realest, best podcast in the game.
Who?
Rondi.
Who?
Her name is Rondi.
Oh, yeah.
You remember her?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Why was Monte there?
She was attractive.
She was. Is she dead now?
No.
Nah, she's
Not attractive anymore?
Nah, she's ghosting me.
Not as attractive. I don't know. But I was watching Grownish earlier.
She's still kind of fine.
And do you remember, I don't remember what season this was, but the fight that Anne and, what's the daughter name?
Whose daughter's name?
The main character?
Zoe.
Zoe. You remember the fight they had over Trevor Jackson?
I didn't know they had a fight. I just
Well,
knew
they
that Trevor
stopped
Jackson
being
was hitting
friends.
back and forth. Oh, yeah. I know that.
Zoe and Anne stopped being friends
the
because
And what? And who?
Anne and Trevor
Started
Huh?
Can you pass me the cup behind you?
They started
starting meeting between the sheets.
right. But Zoe and what's Trevor's character's name?
Aaron.
They never had a relationship.
Right.
They just had like a situationship. So I was.
But it was her first thing, her first college thing.
Yeah.
It's still the attachment.
They just
But
kind of like each other.
I
They
just
didn't
feel
really-
like she was being extra.
What show?
And Grownish.
Oh.
I feel like she was being extra because she shouldn't have even been mad at that.
I
To
don't know
me.
why she was mad.
Man, I've seen like 2 clips of Grownish and was like,
yeah.
I'm not watching this.
I think it depends on what you dictate to your partners. Now, she didn't dictate anything to him, so I guess she was...
Well, she remember Anne said she sat in that seat and told him that they wasn't in a relationship and that like they weren't in love or anything like that. And then when it came down to him and Luca, Anne told her to choose Aaron, but she ended up choosing Luca.
Yes,
and so
she did.
it was like,
And then left, my nigga.
yeah. So it's like, what is your beef?
I'm gonna be real. I can't watch Grownish. I love Chloe too much to see her flaunting over niggas.
Well, she has
She
like
don't be
one
flying
boyfriend.
Just think
the
I
whole
don't
time.
care. Any
Is it
nigga.
'cause it's
Really,
Diggy
they barely
Simmons?
even be together. She
Oh,
ain't
God,
even
they be
That's
breaking
true.
up a lot.
Any
Didn't they
nigga
just
touch
break up like for
Any
the
nigga
first
touch
time
my
forever?
baby,
Forever.
Yeah,
I
like,
won't fight.
It's actually a
no.
pretty good show.
This is my baby, and ain't nobody finna touch her.
But
Well,
yeah,
you
I
fighting
just-
a lot of
Right,
men
you
for
trying
her.
to know.
Hey man, I'm ready for it.
And women too.
I'm like Madara, boy.
I felt like that
Y'all
the
don't watch
episodes I
Naruto,
was
so y'all don't
watching
get
kind of
that.
paralleled into like real life because remember like she was
I think I
posting
said his
like
name wrong, but they know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, she was posting like more racy photos on her
yeah,
Instagram.
and then
But
when
that's from like.
But that
season one.
happens,
That was
though.
a long time ago.
that was season 1.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
But then just recently, you know, she did some like the busted challenge and then all that other stuff. And then
Yeah.
people was
Like, I don't
not
know.
me though.
Girl.
I
She-
wasn't.
I think she knows like about something we don't. Like there's an Instagram Olympics or something that the rest
she
of us
collecting
aren't even
coins.
competing in,
Right.
and she's just getting the gold.
Yep, she getting all of it.
When is
I feel like
what's the
it'd be
name
the
supposed to
managers.
drop?
Be like, yo,
That doesn't
you sexy, bro. It's time to start doing that.
Little Mermaid with her sister.
Literally.
They're still shooting, brother. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
probably not till
Not yet.
next year at the
year
very
or-
earliest.
or
What-
even
it's a
maybe
cartoon.
What was the
Like,
last?
what are we
What
doing?
was the
Live
last live action we got?
Oh, it's
Was it
live
Mulan?
action?
Yeah, that's
like
why she
Lion
in it.
King?
Did y'all watch it?
Yeah,
What?
You do know why they're
No,
like
I
doing
heard it
this,
was
right?
straight
It was
boof.
trash.
Yeah,
Brother?
that's what I thought.
Money.
My brother, you do know why they're making live action remakes, right?
No.
It's because it's in his will, Walt Disney's will.
Disney?
Yeah, he said every
Forget his will.
so and so
How he
amount
got
of
a will?
years, he wants them to remake the Disney movies that were made in a specific time, so every generation gets to experience them.
It was actually seeing.
I feel like I did hear that.
Was
before.
actually seeing. It was weird seeing talking lions, like real
It wasn't
lions.
that bad
It was. I liked it.
though. I liked it too.
It was just.
I
Are you
like
talking
it.
about the live action Lion King?
They was saying
It was good. It wasn't as good as
They
the
was saying.
original, but it
Of
was
course
good.
not.
Everybody was coming for my man Childish Gambino because he was singing with Beyonce, but it's like, bro, he's singing with Beyonce. Don't
mean,
come.
You
for
know,
my
when
man.
I
was pretty
saw that
fine.
movie is when I realized that what's the name was the only male. What's the man's name? Simba's dad.
Mufasa.
His real name?
No, yeah, Mufasa was the only
James.
male because that's how it is
That's not
in
his
real
name.
lion prides. There's only one male.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
And yeah, it
I
is.
think Andrew
James
told me
Earl
that.
Jones.
Yeah,
What?
that it's only one male in
did
the
not
pack
know
of
that.
lions, and it's all women.
Probably.
I'm
And
not
all of
gonna
the-
hold you.
That
Only
means
other-
Simba and Nala were brother and sister.
Technically, yeah.
And then I seen a
being
theory.
related in the
Did I
animal
send you that
kingdom
TikTok?
don't matter.
Don't matter at
That's
all.
disgusting. But did I send you that
They're
TikTok
animals.
Exactly.
of it was like tell me something that this generation would kill you for or something, and this lady said Mufasa deserved it.
No, I didn't. See
I was
that,
triggered.
but That's
What
wild.
was her reason?
She didn't have a
always
reason. She said she
been
didn't
Team
believe it.
Scar.
She didn't believe it, but
I
that's like
saw-
something that we would riot about.
They definitely would.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, I saw there was this one shorty. She was like, "All right, here's me dropping a hot take with no context, but I'm gonna provide some nuance to it this time." And she was like, "Aang being a bad father is not out of character." And I was taken aback for a quick second. I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, if he would have became a deranged murderer, that's completely out of character because he's a pacifist. But him becoming a bad father is not out of character because you have his firstborn, non-bender. Secondborn, waterbender. Thirdborn, airbender. So from his mindset, when I'm dead, you will now become the last airbender. So him giving all that special attention to Tenzin. Of course, he taught Kaya and Bumi about the air nomads and about like his culture and stuff like that. But they can't truly carry it on the way that
they don't got
Tenzin would have been able to.
bending.
So him
I still
having
love
to
that episode of when Tenzin's son did this when they was fighting. Who was they fighting? I forget. But sorry, go ahead.
the
just
blood
popped into
the
my
Bender
head.
Steelers. What was the boy? What was the man's name with the mask?
Yeah, him.
There was
They
a
was fighting his
lot of
peoples.
intense things
And he was like-
happening
And
in
he was the
It was in
snot
slow
bubble.
motion.
And
Yeah,
the snot bubble.
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about. That was hilarious.
Cora
But
was
yeah,
whack though. I
It's
ain't gonna
definitely
front.
not.
Go
I
ahead.
liked Cora.
Cora was cool.
Were you
It
talking
was
about
just-
her or you
her.
talking about the show?
The show I
Oh,
love.
Cora's an annoying
Cora
character.
was
Oh yeah,
She's a very
She
annoying
was so
protagonist.
weak.
she wasn't weak. She
But
was
no,
just.
finish, because I like where this is
Oh
going.
yeah, it's not out of character because of like how he treated Tenzin
this.
and like
you.
just because of what am I thinking? Cause and effect.
Yeah.
And like the course of events, it ended up him putting a lot more time into Tenzin than he did his other two children.
But he wasn't the last airbender though. Because,
Yeah, eventually because of what
essentially
happened
we
with the
get a-
spirit world, but
Yeah.
of
When
course
he
they
had
didn't know that.
Tenzin, in his mind, you carry the airbender.
Yeah,
now.
of course he couldn't predict the fact that Korra would open the portal up and be like, "Yeah, we gonna just chill forever like this."
Do y'all be seeing those TikToks of the guy that has a podcast and he be doing all those theories?
What theories and all?
What does he look like?
He's like Asian.
Yes.
And his homies also.
Yeah.
Asian? Yeah, I've seen. I don't like see all their posts.
There's
but I see
another
some of them.
theory I can't remember, but
I
I
can't-
sent this to them.
can't,
It
like,
was
make
a
it
theory
not.
about the reason why Loki he wasn't trying to kill Thanos in Infinity War.
Okay.
He because Thanos believes in like the 50-50, and so he figured if I die, Loki, then that leaves Thor alive to try to what did he say?
To try to basically avenge this
Yes.
this situation, because
Versus-
if he was to die, then Thor
If-
would have the better chance of beating Thanos.
Yeah.
Versus if Thor dies and then he has to avenge Thor, he's less capable.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
know, right?
kind of sad.
Their relationship arc is one of my favorite things.
Have you guys watched the Norwegian show Ragnarok? on
No,
Netflix?
I want to
It's
watch it.
so good.
Somebody
It's
told
so
me
good.
it's
You
he,
should
and they
watch
told
it.
me
It's
that I would
so good.
specifically love it.
But
I
I
want to watch
seen,
it.
I
It's
saw
What
the
is this?
word, and I was just
It's
like,
It's called Ragnarok, but it's Norwegian, so it's a different language or whatever. But it's so good.
Did you watch it dubbed?
So good.
Yeah, I don't know if it's dubbed actually.
It's not like nothing to do with
I don't like
Marvel.
watching-
It's just
No,
that's
I can't watch dubbed live
watching
action. for the life of
anime.
me.
Watching anime has like
Have you seen
conditioned me
Loki?
to want
No, I
to
haven't
watch
started
it.
yet.
in its
Oh my
native
God,
I
language
know it's
Ashton.
gonna
and
be so
read
good. I know. I
subtitles.
keep
the
getting
first
commercials.
episode. Oh my
Oh
god!
yeah,
I
no
haven't
Loki
started yet.
spoilers.
Sorry,
Because I haven't
I'm-
started.
Yeah,
I'm not-
haven't
I
started
still
yet.
haven't watched Falcon and Winter Soldier
Same,
yet.
me too. Me too. I'm
That
so
wild.
behind.
Loki,
I keep
so
starting
behind.
other things,
Same.
and then I'm like, I have
in
to finish
terms of
this
the
first.
Disney Plus TV shows, is by far the best.
Already?
That's
Just from
everybody
these first
says.
two,
because
yes.
Yeah.
it really jumps into it. Like as
Bro,
far as
like-
the
It looks
speed,
good.
as far as the
Yes.
speed of the show, Wanda took literally 7 episodes to get good. Winter Soldier and Falcon
Had more action.
It was it had more action
little
up
bit
front,
corny.
but it did take a while to get like to the crux of what's
Yeah.
going on. This is jumping straight
Straight into it.
First
I'm
2
excited.
episodes, you're
and
like,
it makes
oh,
you think.
let's
It's
go.
like, what is going on? Like,
because
I-
this
I'm,
is
I'm,
excited to see Owen
yeah,
Wilson.
I'm excited to watch it, especially because I'm excited to see how they handle the multiverse. Like we're already knowing it's
and that's
coming.
what it's
we're getting
that's
our
what
just-
it's setting
starting
up,
with.
and
that's
it's
what
like,
and that's
oh
what
my
I'm
god,
like.
Yeah.
it's so amazing.
Yeah, because I think,
how are you able to dodge the TikTok spoilers?
I don't know, because my For You page be heavy on like movie and TV shows.
As you can see, mine too.
Yeah.
But
I just
tell
haven't
me
been
why.
able to.
I was on TikTok the other day, and I sent it to these two. I was like, I'm just scrolling, and then it's just this thing that comes up and says, "How do you know they're swingers?" I said,
yeah.
why is this on my For You page?
What?
Bruh.
And it's this lady in this grocery store. She has a pineapple and she
Yeah.
turns it upside down.
Yeah.
Flip that thing.
Didn't you think there were swingers in your neighborhood?
There
that one
are.
time?
Because they have
thought
the
so?
pineapple
Yeah.
in front of their house.
Yeah, it's on the
Yeah.
water
There's-
fountain.
Yeah,
But it's not upside down though.
But that's just why you're in the grocery
No,
store.
look,
Oh.
the upside down pineapple is a symbol. Like
We're on to y'all.
that symbol is on
I don't
their.
know if they care, brother.
They don't.
Yeah, that symbol is on the water fountain in front of their house.
I told my mom
two-
next time I'm in the grocery store, I'm doing that.
Don't do that,
Just to
please,
see-
because you
when
can.
you get when you get them people walking up to you now.
just to see
Right.
what
I
happens.
like your pineapple. Oh,
Pineapples.
You'd be surprised, bro. Them old people are nasty, bro. There's a
They
thing
they
called
bored.
a cuck,
They
and
done
I
did
might
that.
bleep that
What?
out.
no, yeah.
CUCK. That means
Yeah.
that they
Being a
like
cuckold.
Yeah, they like
to
watching.
watch.
If you just add
Their
the hold,
wife.
and then
Yeah.
it doesn't sound like a curse word. If
Yeah.
you just say cuckold, it
Cuckold,
sounds.
yeah. It's like a whole category.
It
it's
is.
Like a whole
And it's
it's,
real.
It's disgusting,
And
bro.
a whole
the,
thing.
the
a thing,
specificity
bro.
of like white husbands wanting their
Yes.
white wives to
Have sex with
black
black
men.
With
men.
a BBC.
It's so it's rampant.
Thank you.
You
for
know
that.
what you know that British Broadcasting Channel. You know what I just saw on Twitter and it was blowing my mind. Apparently, a lot of these IG baddies and models, when they're like going to Dubai, they're going to like
Get peed on?
even
do.
worse. Some of them are
know
getting
about that.
full blown scatted on by sheiks.
Wait,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Like the
Pause.
sheiks in
Pause.
Dubai have
Pause.
weird fetishes and they're
like
flying
a
out
but
these
they
women.
get like
Pause.
15K,
All
20K,
expenses,
30K.
mad
Rewind.
monies for them to do
Rewind.
mad
Yes.
crazy.
why do you think they're going to get peed on?
They
No, I heard
are.
about this like 2 years ago.
It's not. She doesn't think they are, bro.
They are.
The sheiks are like the
Wait,
richest
what is
people
a
in
sheik?
Dubai, right?
Yes.
What is a sheik?
Oh. Well, in WWE, the Iron Sheik. Okay, so
Only
a sheik
reason I know
is,
about Sheik is because Kevin Hart.
Is that like a Dubaian soup? What is the
Dubai.
what is the term for somebody who is from Dubai? Like how we're
Arab?
American? Oh,
Because remember, Dubai is like a part of the United Arab Emirates. So
I'm sorry for being stupid for a quick second.
pretty sure they're just called Arab.
I forgot, you know, geography really quick, fast and hard. All right, so is that the Arab version of like a sugar daddy? Is that what a sheik is?
No,
no.
a sheik-
Nah, I had to, because that was what I was trying to. That was the reason why I asked the question. Because I was.
No.
That's all I wanted to know if that's what a
Let me
sheik
catch
was.
my breath.
No.
No.
Let me Google just to
That rubber.
get the
Some meat.
Is that?
Oh my god.
That's not what that is.
Oh my God! What?
Oh,
No.
Jesus.
I feel like that would be a lot more common, like the sugar daddies out there.
Okay, so by definition, a sheik is
They
an
got
Arab
bread.
leader, in particular the chief or head of an Arab tribe, family, or village.
Oh,
They
so
got,
royalty.
they got money.
Yes, power.
In some
And,
sense.
and in the United Arab Emirates specifically, when you are seeing like people randomly with like pet jaguars in the desert, those are sheiks.
Okay.
And a lot
makes
of
a lot of
them,
sense.
young, middle-aged, and old, have very specific
Weird.
tastes and fetishes.
Yes.
And they're flying out these IG baddies, and they're like, I will pay handsomely
Yes.
to do the things I like to do. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of pee. Only some of them is getting full-blown squatted on, but
It's a lot of peeing going on.
There's some Odell Beckhams out there.
don't do that to Odell. He
it was
denied
alleged.
his claims, man. He denied them in court. She provided no evidence. I'm riding
You
with
could have
him.
just said R. Kelly at that
Yo,
rate.
you want to know something that's like really?
I wasn't gonna say it. I
Did R.
wasn't.
Kelly ever poop on anybody though? I
I don't think so.
I think he's stuck to pee.
I would not be surprised.
Well, we don't
I would
know.
not be shocked.
And I don't know. Honestly, we don't know if he's done that more than once. It's safe to assume that you do
Come
it
on.
that
Yo, Robert,
casually.
you was
Nah,
nasty.
I've done that before.
He did that
You
more than
was
once.
really nasty.
No dude's like, let me try peeing on you and doesn't flip back. Like, because you were sick enough to want to do
Yeah,
it.
nah, I ain't gonna do that no
You
more.
definitely gonna. You're
don't even
spinning the
see
block
how-
again.
Every time
How-
I hear about this story, I think about that Boondocks episode. I see P coming. I move out the way. If
R. Kelly go to jail,
I'm gonna
I'ma
piss on your cat. They need to bring that back, man.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna be real. At the time, I did not I understood that the episode to like, you know what I'm saying? I understood because of the allegations that I knew. but like I didn't truly understand. Like the purpose of the episode was to show how blindly people will follow.
Yeah.
Yep.
People who you know.
I mean,
what I'm
it's,
saying, who we hold as
come
it
amazing
correctly
artists.
depicted
Culture
because
is
when you
beautiful.
watch when you watch the trials and stuff, people is out there supporting this man. It's
right?
just
And it's like it's crazy because
y'all are
they hide it
crazy.
behind comedy.
Can we still not play "Step to the Name of Love" though?
No.
Yes.
Hey, look.
Yes, as in
His-
we're saying the
That's
same
what
thing.
you can- okay, I was saying we cannot play it. No.
Do y'all remember when
Don't
his
play it.
ex-wife was riding on live, riding with her new husband on live, listening to that song,
Yes, I
and
do
everybody
remember
was
that
going
specifically.
up in arms. She was like, "It's a good damn song. I don't really care."
I mean, it is though.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I know he's got a lot of good songs. You
He
gotta,
does.
A lot of
You gotta
great
let him go.
songs.
He's
Now,
just a
I'll
whole
say
person.
this. I'm gonna make a confession
facts,
right
well.
here and now while we're in the ballpark.
Here and now.
Y'all know I used to be a very big Tory fan. So sometimes when I just tell Siri to play play music for me, he'll come on in the algorithm because she thinks, yeah, you still rock with him. And depending on the song,
No.
sometimes I
No.
don't skip it
I'ma be
immediately.
real.
Okay.
Like I listen to like a verse and a hook, and then I'm like, wait.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up
Sometimes.
because
Gotta skip immediately.
what is going on with that situation?
I'm gonna be honest.
I think
Hot
it's
take.
waiting trial.
Yeah,
I don't
think it's
believe
still a
he
waiting
did it.
trial.
I don't believe he shot her in any way, shape, or form. How do you get shot in the foot and you're
Controversy.
standing talking to the police? That doesn't happen. And then you're in the club the next week. And also the evidence of you
that
being
shit is
treated for
triggered.
glass and not being treated for a bullet wound in the ambulance. That's a fact. So I don't believe he did it. I don't believe that he was shot because that didn't happen. When he turned himself in and then came out
Trigger warning.
to the narrative that he had shot her.
Trigger
So-
warning.
Here's my question to you. If you genuinely believe he didn't do it, why has everything he's done since looked so guilty?
Because and it's perfect.
Like
It's
even
because-
on the
wait, wait,
album,
wait.
he's like, I didn't do it. They're setting me up, and doesn't
But let me
say
tell
what
you-
happens
And-
at all.
Because let me tell you why. It started 6-8 months before this incident happened. He was in a heated issue with his label at Interscope, and I don't know if any of our audience remembers, but he made an Instagram post where he said, "Look, y'all don't quit effing with me. I'm gonna expose what's really going on in that building." That post was taken down like that.
do remember that
And then
post.
also right after that, he was like, "Look, if something happens to me," he went on Drink Champs. He was saying, "Look, if something happens to me in the next 6-8 months, there will be a time where they're gonna demonize me and try to make me like one of the worst people in hip hop." Now, this was his words 6 to 8 months before that because he was beefing with Interscope. Rock Nation is under UMG, right?
Mm-hmm.
And UMG is affiliated with Interscope. So it's not hard to say, and that's why he keeps talking about Jay-Z being in our ear. For a lot of people, Jay-Z is the boogeyman, apparently. Jay-Z ends people's careers. Apparently, this is what some people say.
Well, Jay-Z used to stab people in the club, so
True. But then at the same
I wouldn't be
time,
surprised if he had some boogeyman-esque to him.
exactly. And you know what I'm saying? He might have some Suge Knight in him now that he's moving the way he's moving.
Jesus
we
Lord,
might
hold
not
on.
know because we civilians.
Good God
You know what I'm
Almighty!
saying?
How you go from
That's a large leap.
It's a large leap, but I'm just saying.
She'll kill easy.
I've done a lot of research.
Absolutely.
I always try to get as much information from both sides that I can before I make any type of decision about anything. Because just as well as it's possible he could have shot her and whatever the situation was, it's very well that she could be lying. Point blank period. Because
so
look,
where did this whole thing about gunshots come from then?
that was
somebody pulled the gun and
somebody
got
told
shot.
her to say that she was shot. I don't know if there was actual gunshots that went off because look, the security guard didn't say anything about a gunshot until afterwards.
Did they
Till
find
after
shell
she
casings?
said something. Did they find shell casings?
I don't know. I don't think that was something we'd have access to until they
Yeah,
go to
That
trial.
should be something we
Yeah,
have
what?
access to because if she was
Wow, we
shot,
regular
there
people.
not like I'm talking about the information. I didn't find anything about any type of shell casings. I didn't find anything about an actual gun, about the type of gun that it possibly
Well,
could have been.
when he got arrested having a gun on him. And that's like his
But
second or third gun charge. So I believe he had a gun
That
on
is
him. That
true.
doesn't mean, but
Which
that,
is very
I do
possible.
believe
He was
had
at the
his gun
pool.
on him.
Why did he have a gun?
But he
on?
turned himself in though. For this situation, he turned himself in. So we have to
That is
remember
true.
that. So if he turned himself in, and also remember, he said that he turned himself in about a completely different situation than he came out to. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think that automatically makes him innocent.
I didn't say it automatically makes him innocent. I just
You said everything except say it directly.
I said based on
She
the
got a
things.
point with that one. She got
I
a
said
point.
based
But
on
you
what
don't
I
know. I don't
know.
understand why everybody has to jump to his defense. I'm not saying that
I
it
didn't-
did happen or it didn't happen. It's just that we don't know because we weren't there.
That's 100%
So I would
true.
not jump on the end of assuming that Megan is lying. It is the whole conspiracy against Tory Lanez.
Why
Like,
you
don't
why you
nobody care
gotta
about
use
him?
the why gotta be the conspiracy? You might
Did
not
you
care
not just
about
say it was
him.
a conspiracy?
No, I never said that word. Did I say
Is
conspiracy
is
in
that
any
what you
way?
explained?
I don't recall.
No, that's not what I explained. What I explained is the information that I found when I went to look into it.
That he felt like they were going to do something to him in the next 6 to 8
No.
months.
He said they will do. He didn't say I feel like they will. There's
Okay.
look, one thing I know from looking into all of the everything. Look, I want to be in the music industry. I rap. My cousin raps. One thing I know, I'm gonna protect my family no matter what. So all of the stuff that I hear, I have to look into it because one thing I know, God gave me a very hyperactive imagination when I was young. If you can imagine it, it can be real. I don't care what anybody says. The devil exists, and he exists in hip hop thoroughly. There's plenty of people
don't
who
think
are
there's any denying that.
open
Yeah.
Satan worshipers, and I don't really care about nothing anybody else got to say about any of that. So what I know is, I know that sometimes they do attack people to get them out of the industry, and when you do something like Tory did, literally got all his masters, got out of Dodge, and was able to make his own. They don't like that. And if they can, they're gonna destroy you. Now, what lines up is what lines up. That's the way I'm looking at it. If you look at it from a certain angle, she could be telling the truth, he could be lying. If we look at it from another angle, she very well could be lying, he very well could be telling the truth. It all depends on how you look at it.
But why would she lie about something like that?
Because it's, because somebody told her to. A lot of the times, these people are controlled by their labels. Why the heck is 6ix9ine having rainbow hair when he was working at a freaking fast food restaurant a few months before? Why?
Well, I don't care who told him anything. That nigga's a hoe. Excuse
Yes,
my language,
very much so.
ladies
He
and
is.
gentlemen.
But if you
Excuse
listen to
my
his
French.
statement when he was on the stand, he said that a music, I don't remember exactly what the man's name was, but I don't know what his position was in the company that he worked for. He approached him and was like, "Yo, you rap? You make music?" He was like, "Nah." He's like, "You look like you could." We get 6ix9ine a few months later. I'm just saying, the industry does this a lot.
He don't even look like he can rap.
He don't, but you see what the heck happened.
Especially him before he would look like 6ix9ine. Like 6ix9ine don't even look like he can rap. But when he was just Daniel, he definitely didn't look like he could rap.
Look,
Like, I seen the pictures
What
of him at work.
happened with Deshaun Watson? I feel like it's a lot quieter now, but
Well, here's the thing about I don't know what happened, but here I think almost every situation. So okay, I'll use an example. When Britney Spears and Kevin Federline were in court in the 2000s, we only knew as much as like news publications could tell us.
right?
We're past that age. So now we get information
like
in a
this.
much more rapid way.
Yeah.
Almost
Facts.
everyone I know found out about the Tory Megan situation from the Shade Room or some other esque like Instagram or Twitter page. I say that to say there comes a point where those pages' access isn't like their reach is no longer possible in the legal process.
Yeah.
So there's like between low key, like between like indictment and trial, they can only get so much. Their reach isn't great enough.
Yeah, they're not gonna get anything.
And so that now is a quiet spell. There were way more quiet spells in the 2000s, so people weren't like, why aren't we hearing about Brittany and Kevin? Like, you know that they're in court and you know the situation's happening, and when you get the updates, you get them. We're used to get oh my lord. We used to get in we used to getting the information at a rapid pace, and we're also, I think, used to this very condensed legal process. And for most things, that process is just not that condensed. Mm-hmm. Like celebrity divorces, like a celebrity says they're getting divorced and then they're divorced 2 months later. Mm-hmm. In real life, I know marriages that like they were not living with each other for 2 years before they got divorced. Like they were like, yeah, we're still trying to get this divorce. Mm-hmm.
Why does it take so
we almost thought about just getting back together because it's taking so long.
Going back
But
and forth in court
it's
and
just-
making all the
it's so
documents,
much,
like,
yeah.
It's a lot.
And
Trying to
so-
get the money.
Did you see that Jay Cutler wanted half of his wife's business?
no, I did not see
He
that.
got.
saw that.
I think he is getting half
He
of his
deserves
wife's
it.
business.
He's Jay Cutler.
Congrats
pause
to you,
real quick.
King.
Real quick.
It's still recording, I think.
Yeah.
Did we intro the show?
No.
No. It was a good start though.
Yeah.
That's about to die.
Is it?
Yeah, just stop it.
All right.
All right.
On camera.
You got a friend. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
She got the piglets.
I've had this for a long time.
There was another theory about Winnie the Pooh too, like when Christopher Robin got was it schizophrenia or something?
That's real. That each one of them like is a representative of a mental illness. That's real.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Also the same, Phineas and Ferb's, they're like, Candace was like an actual person. And she actually suffered from
Schizophrenia.
yeah. And,
Oh,
like,
wow.
yeah, so like those,
That makes
she
sense.
wrote in her diary, like, all these crazy things her brothers would be doing. And whenever she would bring her mom, it would be gone. But, like, they were never there.
oh.
That's cool.
I really
know
like your
what's-
nose rings.
You know
I
what's
just
a
was,
really
like,
good
looking
movie
at them a lot.
about? Never mind. I was about to say, you know, it's a really good movie about schizophrenia, but saying that and then saying the movie is a
That's
like,
a wild.
What
It's a,
movie is
it's
it?
a
Start to a
spoiler.
sentence.
Like,
Is it an old movie?
yeah, but I don't know if y'all seen it.
Well,
Who's
you got to
in it?
tell us now, cause
If I tell you, then it's like if you
Wait,
it's
just say
a
who's
it's a
in it.
spoiler. Like you don't know he has schizophrenia the whole time. You find out
Did he have
almost at the end.
Have I seen a movie?
well,
He has
I
Russell
hate
Crowe.
spoilers.
oh no, I got.
I was about to say
Is
the
he the
Joker,
main
just to-
character?
Yes, he's top billing.
I was definitely about to say
No,
Joker,
Russell
but
Crowe.
no, that's
Tell
not.
me what movie it is.
Russell
What is
Brand.
What
I just wanna know, what is
what year was it in? Do you remember?
I'm about to find out anyway.
it? Right. I'm about to look it up.
Russell Crowe.
So y'all
movies.
don't care about the spoiler then?
No.
Wait, hold up. Unhinged.
No.
No, that's
That's
2020.
recent. Russell Crowe.
It's A Beautiful Mind.
A beautiful
I ain't even
mind.
heard of that.
That's
cuz.
not on this first. Oh, 2001.
Damn, that's old.
Dang, that's
Yeah, I
old.
probably was
that-
gonna watch that.
That movie is great.
A Beautiful
And-
Mind.
It's just great,
Yo, I saw
and it's
something.
based off a real person.
Okay.
I saw something that like really broke
A
down.
mathematical genius.
Really broke down like time in a way that like I understand why like younger kids might assume stuff is old. The amount of time it took for Back to the Future to happen in like I think 90.
Like the
Like
movie
for-
to be made.
No, when it dropped, that the amount of time from when it dropped, and I think like when us three, like that age range was born, that's the same amount of time from like when we had Finding Nemo to today.
Say that again.
The amount of time between the drop of Back to the Future and when we were born is like around the same amount of time as Finding Nemo to today. So like that's
20 years.
yeah. So that's
Finding
like,
Nemo dropped 20 years ago.
2001 or like around that time.
Yeah.
2001, 2, 3, or 5.
You're kidding.
2003.
So yeah.
Oh my god.
So like think about like that's
getting
Back
that's
to the Future's 1985.
And I was
so
born in
yeah, we was born-
1993.
yeah. So like the same like how they feel about
That's
our
funny
stuff
because
is
I
like
don't consider Back to the
next
Future an old movie.
Yeah.
But that's
At
probably
all.
because
I
I
wouldn't think it was
watch
that old.
movies much older than that. Like
Oh,
The
yeah, most
Dictator
definitely.
and
The Dick.
I had a film class where we like was watching.
So
We
did
went
I.
through a whole like noir, what's it called? And then we started watching films from like overseas. And I watched this old Germanic film that was like, I forgot what it was called, but it was about this black guy who fell in love with this. She wasn't a very pretty white lady, but
So is
and
that
he
not
was
mean to
kind of
say?
like embarrassed.
Okay.
It's a movie
I
though,
was
so
just
like
making
it's
sure.
not like and
she's
plus
still
the
a real person. True. You just said it's
Okay.
a movie. Like
in
the
the
face
mo-
of
I
the
guess-
movie ain't on
she
a
could have
human.
been ugly
I
for
guess
the movie though.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say about
She could have glowed up. You know what I'm
the
saying?
love interest of Joe in season 2 of You, but
What's wrong with her?
She died.
I don't watch you, so
She's not
I don't know what you're referring to.
I like Beck better.
I don't watch you.
Hey, what's wrong with Miami PD?
What you mean?
Racism.
Polo G?
What they did to Polo.
Did you
Oh.
not see? Did you see the
I
charges?
thought he was
Did you
talking
see
about
what
the
Polo
show.
said?
I thought it was like a show.
Did you see the charges though?
No, I ain't see the charges.
Evading arrest with violence, evading arrest without violence. That's a contradiction.
No, you can do both.
No, you can't.
No, you can. Not at the same time. You can, but you
Exactly.
can do both in succession.
Exactly.
But if you do, if you do
so
the without violence first, once you do with violence, why?
One
is
of-
it?
yeah, one
That's
of
like
doesn't
if I
matter.
start robbing a store and midway through they're not cooperating, so then I pull a gun out,
right?
and they're like, "Yeah, we got you for
Armed
three
robbery.
and-
Miami.
What? What do
But
you
they
mean?
also didn't they also tase a 17-year-old and jump another kid?
I know they apparently
What?
beat up his little brother
What?
or put hands on
Polo?
him.
They said
Yeah.
they said
I
they was
believe
on
it.
him as soon as he got off the
Yeah,
jet.
that's what Polo
believe
said.
it.
Polo said one of them.
That's ridiculous.
came
So
and
what,
said-
what did they come get him for?
he
He
was
a rapper?
leaving his album release party, and they were like, "We're gonna arrest this rapper and his nigger friends."
That was it.
Yeah,
They didn't
20
have like, a warrant for anything.
20
No,
cars.
20 cars deep.
That's
20 cars.
And their logic was in
Crazy.
pulling them over, we can make a charge. And
Right.
then
Yeah.
make
Yes,
more
of
charges.
course they can make a charge of them nothing.
Hey man,
It's
I'm
the
just glad
dumbest
that he
thing
broke his
ever.
wrist because that means he was fighting for real. And like that means
Polo
he
broke his wrist?
look. One thing, Polo is one of the rappers that like I definitely know was like out because you know his jail record speaks for itself. Not
So what
saying
did he
that the,
say?
you know what I'm saying.
When he got out,
Yeah.
it was like they racist, and he said like one of them when they was arresting me said they've been on us since we got off our jet, like watching us.
Wow.
And he had been in Miami for like a day or two already.
Is weed legal down there?
No,
It's not.
no. There's
Florida is
how many
Republican.
bro? How many states?
Not this last election.
Not Georgia.
Not this last one, but they still.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest.
We got a long way to go. We
This
got
still a
long way to
red
go,
state,
too.
bro.
Look,
This still a
if
red
you don't
state.
learn how to
Until
take your
Kemp-
victories,
until
then
Kemp-
how are you ever gonna move forward
Until
in
Kemp
life?
is, we gotta sign back in.
I feel like that was some
Governor
some,
Kemp stole his seat
what's the
anyways.
Olivia Pope?
Scandal.
Scandal?
That's some scandal type stuff. Stealing an election?
Yes, it literally is.
Yes, it
You
literally-
think these shows be real?
They be
Yeah,
real.
they
They're
bro, they
I
accurate.
sprinkle
still
the
don't
truth
understand
in it,
how he can
and
steal
people be
an
like,
election.
Oh, it's a TV
Bro,
show.
Messed up
He
all the
straight
machines
finessed
in
it.
any of the main minority areas. All them voting machines were messed up.
How is
in
he
the line
not in
for
jail?
Hours because he's white.
What do you mean?
Because everybody
Look.
in the seats next to him helped him
Let
do
me
it.
tell you, I was about to
Gang,
say,
gang, what
I was
you
about to say he
mean?
was in cahoots.
Yes, like
What do you
Trump wasn't
mean?
in there. All the other governors.
This man
like,
called Trump and Joe and was like, "Yo, you see what's going on, right? Y'all know what y'all got to do, right? I don't really care what
Hey,
happens
remember when
with
you
y'all.
asked
Just
that
make sure
question
my seat don't go
about
nowhere."
conspiracy theories? I don't want to know the governments anymore.
I do.
I feel like
None
I'd
of
be
them
too.
surprise me, but
I feel like I'd be
Nah,
too
I'm
I,
overwhelmed.
I guarantee you a lot would.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Promise you, bro. There's a lot that would
I read a
surprise you.
story recently that whether it's true or not, it let me know that as wicked as my brain can get, there's something out there happening right now that's way more wicked than I can imagine.
correct.
And that means a lot to me because I imagine very wicked things.
Me too.
So
I just feel like I'd be overwhelmed.
I don't. Yeah,
think
I don't.
so?
I
Bro,
don't
you'd be
know.
overwhelmed
And then
after the first one.
information that feels like it like changes like things for me that can't actually change. Like it, if I find out stuff that like the real deal, it can't really change my day to day. There's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
But just knowing it, it's how I feel about like sometimes I look at black people that like are completely unaware of like what it means to be black, and I'm like, you're so stupid, but the bliss.
Yeah.
It just looks so stress free over there.
Yeah,
Like
man.
to
It's
think
like
that
the
you can
sunken
really
place.
do this.
The
Like,
sunken place.
yeah.
like oh man,
It's really
you know?
insane. Like,
So
how,
what's this thing with the aliens now? What they talking about?
They exist.
NASA's
They're just
supposed to
telling
be,
you that they
dropping
exist.
documents and proof that
Okay,
aliens
speaking
is
of
here.
Space, how do y'all feel about Jeff Bezos going?
I don't like
Space
anything Jeff
expedition?
Bezos
Why
does
does
or
he get
Elon
to go?
Musk. I don't like
Why
anything
does
either
he
of them
get to
niggas
go?
do.
Why does he get to go?
Jeff Bezos is evil. I hope he stays up there. Don't come back down.
Jeff Bezos is Lex Luthor
Yes, he is.
in the real flesh.
Wait, why?
Like I've said before.
I don't like nothing they do.
Great.
Him or Elon. I don't like
bit of
nothing
money
they do.
he can get.
Like I've said
He's
before.
fake rich.
Where did
He's so
Elon Musk come
overpaid.
from? I feel like he came out of nowhere.
He did.
That's what rich white people get to do.
He literally came out of
People have
the
to watch
abyss.
our rise meteorically. They get to just start being rich.
Yes.
I swear to say they just get.
I feel like, bro, did you see the like
Why?
2016,
Did you see the year
2017?
breakdown of
Yes.
Jeff Bezos' life and how they just conveniently left out the part that his parents gave him like a $2 million loan, like in between him going to working at McDonald's and then starting Amazon. He started there at like 31, but like in between that time, it was like one of them was like supposed to say $2 million loan from my parents, but it was like just
I remember
him
one
grinding or
time
something.
being on Facebook or Twitter, one or the other, and like this famous picture of like it's either a garage or something. It's like where Jeff Bezos started Amazon.
Oh, yeah.
It's like never give up or something like that. You start small, and I just remember being in the comments being like, well, like somebody was like, well, and then just had this long comment about like how Jeff Bezos like has been rubbing
Nepotism.
shoulders with the wealth and this, that, and the third. It's like, this is not the rags to riches story you're looking for. And then at the end, she was like, if you'd like to see people who actually came up from nothing, see hip hop.
No, I would really want to
bro.
talk to like
Yes.
Tyler Perry because that man went from sleeping in his car to Medea.
Tyler, Oprah.
How does that happen?
You wear a dress.
No, but like, what are the steps?
But I don't.
Before
Was
you
Medea
get
his
to,
first thing to
dress.
blow? I think he had a blow before Medea.
I don't think so.
What was it?
Let's check the stats.
Like,
I
how?
don't think
think
he's
so.
had
Steve
anything
Harvey,
successful
like, how do you
until he
get-
put on a
Y'all
dress.
Y'all not letting my brother
How do you
eat.
get from being
Granted,
like
I'll
Steve
be on
Harvey
his
was
head, too.
illiterate?
The
How
first
do you
one I
get
saw
from
him
being
was-
illiterate
Hey, the
to?
Bulldogs
R.
did
Kelly
enough.
illiterate, and you see what that did.
Fantasia's
World's greatest.
illiterate. Well, Fantasia's probably not illiterate
He
now.
illiterate.
She taught
and one
herself
of-
how to read, didn't she?
Fantasia.
That's why she's that's why she's illiterate.
Listen, Fantasia is literate.
Now.
However, she's literate by scale. Like the rest of her family's illiterate, and that's why she's literate. Because she's like not as illiterate as them. Now she can read and write, unlike Floyd Mayweather and R. Kelly, who cannot.
Yeah, Floyd
ain't
don't
gotta
need to
write.
read. He know his
As
count.
long as Floyd
He
knows
may
how to
be able to
sign
write,
his name,
but yeah, that's
count.
you don't
That's
gotta worry
it.
about Nathan.
Floyd can't read. Oh God!
I know he can't
Y'all
read.
remember
I know
when
he
50
can't read.
issued
You
the
can read
Harry
a
Potter
full page of a
challenge?
Harry Potter book.
Nigga,
He did him so dirty. Oh,
the bucket eyes. Okay, let me see. What was his first? I need to see career. What's the first movie?
His first movie was well after his plays, though.
right, exactly.
Oh yeah, I Know I've Been Changed was first performed at a community theater. He financed it with his. He was 22 years old and had $12,000 in life savings.
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
If he was
I don't-
working really hard, if he was
I'm
living out of his
twin-
car,
how old
so
am
he
I?
didn't have any bills.
I got $17 in my
He
account.
lived out of his car,
yeah, he
cuz.
didn't have no bills. He
I
was probably
don't-
working somewhere.
$12,000.
People don't live out of their car
That's
out
a
of
lot of
luxury,
money.
brother. He was living
No,
out of his
but
car
to
because he
save
was
Out
it,
of
broke.
you have
necessity,
no
exactly.
bills,
But you think about, yeah, you
it's
got no
not-
bills.
it's
All
not
you
that
paying is
bad.
gas. You know what I'm saying? You only got like 6 things that's in the
Yeah.
bag.
Where was he working?
He could have been working at McDonald's. That could have taken like 7-8 months to make $12,000.
And who's McDonald's
I was
working the
about to
every,
say,
the
so
every
look.
minute shift?
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real
Do
with
the
you.
math. Like, I promise you.
I was
Actually,
making
this is
300 every
1990.
week, and
Minimum
I was
wage was like
lower.
$5.
Lower than
What are
what
you
it-
talking
It was
about?
not $5.
1990? It was probably
not.
$4.50.
Look up how long it takes to make $12,000 making minimum wage.
How long
In 1990.
does it take
Say that. Say that.
to make 12K?
You can.
I believe.
Making-
Well, obviously he saved it somehow. He had $12,000.
Man, he was on the block.
Yeah.
April
No, he
1st,
was not.
1990, $3.80 for all covered non-exempt
Well, then he
workers.
probably wasn't making minimum wage.
$3.80 was minimum wage.
He
No,
was
it's not.
selling crack.
He was selling
No. When did the minimum wage go to $7.25?
like 7 years after we was born. What you
Hold
mean?
on.
They just get, bro. They just get. That's why
No,
they
that's
like.
like-
That's why they
No,
like. Y'all
that's
want
new.
$12.
That's new.
Y'all want.
Are you
That's
Bro.
new. That John is new,
The
dog. I ain't even
wage
gonna
gap
cap
is
to you.
crazy.
Okay, so
crazy.
this
I didn't know
guy,
that.
a lot of people say you need to have, okay, whatever. Michael, age 27,
09
never had one of
is when
those
it
yet. He still
jumped up
managed
to
to save
$725.
$14,000 in 6 months, all while making $9 per hour.
What did
Okay, so
do?
he was making well over minimum wage at the time. That's
He
crazy.
was, oh, plus tips. They forgot to add that.
So he,
So he couldn't
That's
find a
crazy.
teacher position, so he got a job as a cook at a pizza place.
bro.
And this is Tyler. Or
No,
somebody?
this is
Waitresses
some
are taking a
other person.
1976 minimum wage, $2.30.
Now I see
They
why
living
people
in
not trying to go back to work
1976,
because they
bro.
don't pay you.
No, they don't.
Speaking of, On Monday, I handed in my 2-week notice.
I saw your tweet about that. What you
Turn up.
doing? Do you feel free?
Oh, I feel so free, even
Yeah.
though I go to work tomorrow
Where?
at my job.
Oh yeah.
I have to still work the 2 weeks.
You said 2 weeks. My bad. I forgot.
What you should-
I
do you
didn't
get
really
PTO?
Put that together.
No.
I was about to say,
part-time
you
job.
should have got put in vacation and then put in your 2 weeks.
Rather,
I can't wait to quit this job. That's what I'm doing.
every single time I ask for a day off, unpaid leave is the only option I can click.
Dang.
That's rude.
But it's all good, you know. We're gonna move on to bigger, better, greater. It's called robbing you niggas. It's over.
I was about to say,
If you got something on I like, it's mine now.
It's a hot
Please
boy
don't
summer.
go outside.
it's expensive.
Black
outside.
Air Force
It
Energy.
really is.
It's
You walk
expensive
outside, you
outside.
lost
And it's
$100.
hot.
Man, I spent $80 doing 2 things the other day. Now, granted, I didn't do them by myself.
Oh.
And that's why they say it is so much cheaper to be single. Because,
It is.
sweet Lord, the pockets be
for
crying
y'all.
sometimes. They be like, are you really
Y'all
in love?
us.
Like,
Yeah, I said sorry to you.
Oh, I was about to say. I thought you said thanks to y'all. I was about to say no, thanks to you.
I said sorry to y'all.
Y'all are expensive.
all my brothers out there looking at the bank statement, and the bank is like, what happened? Just let them
Just
know.
dispute the claim.
I got a
Yeah,
woman
dispute
now.
the claim.
I
Not
didn't do
dispute
it.
the- I was in my mama house, so I don't know how anybody was at a bolero.
Oh, what?
A bolero,
What's a
the bowling place.
I seen this TikTok where this guy was in Miami in his hotel room on the phone with his bank, like, bro, I see all these charges coming from Miami, bro. I'm up in Georgia right now. Like, I was like, man, these
Yes,
folks,
that's exactly
they don't
what
have
you
like,
do.
No shame.
that is so messed up.
And it's
No,
not like
it's
they can
not.
prove
They
you
should
was
be
there.
doing
Banks got too much money. They'll be all right.
These banks really be taking your money
Exactly.
and
The banks
playing
do
with
be
it.
taking your money
They can slide me some back.
and
Bro,
gambling.
I wonder how the
Straight
scammers be
gambling.
doing them bank transfers.
Just fraudulent numbers.
But I
You just
wonder,
know how
like,
to enter it in the system, and that's really all it is.
But does the bank make you pay that back?
If they
What
catch
you
you,
mean?
If they catch you, yeah.
Like, say,
Like the PPP?
no, not the PPP. Like, so say, like, you get a piece and you do a transfer for like $5K from that piece, and you take it out with Apple Pay, Cash App, or you just take it out the bank. You can't take it out all at once, of course, but you do it like
Periodically, yeah.
so you have cash now. But will they make you pay that $5K back? I mean, they're gonna see somebody. Cause what's to stop me from saying, yeah, my cousin about to transfer me $5K. I need some rent money and some other stuff.
nothing's
Nothing,
stopping you from
exactly.
saying that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so then, I mean, it won't look fraudulent.
No, just like
True,
that,
but you
that,
gotta
that,
remember, like, pieces mess up bank accounts because they're fraudulent, transactions. Because it's technically money that doesn't exist because you're using somebody else's credit that exists, but you're not supposed to be.
That just made my head hurt.
Yeah, it's difficult.
Pieces are hard. I remember one of my homies. He had like the swiper, like the actual thing,
the hardcore, yeah.
yeah. And he was just swiping
Hardware.
the mag stripe. He's choosing the account, loading it, swiping the mag
Wait.
stripe, and now this card is to that account in
Right.
Norway or whoever.
Right.
And I'm just like, I'm sitting there and I'm watching this all occur, and I'm just like, we going to jail. But I want that jacket right there. Yep, that one right there. And
That's why, like,
I was modest because
So you don't have
was
to
like,
take the debit. You don't have to have the debit. I mean
He just ran it as
what's
credit.
the number?
he just ran it as
yeah,
credit
you running
insurance.
it. Yeah, that's why, like, it's possible that it don't hit because it's a random bank
And whenever
account
it
somewhere in the
didn't
world.
hit, he was like, "Hold on," and he went to the bathroom and swiped it again, just with different numbers, and
Right.
came back and it hit.
Pieces is hidden.
It's wild outside.
Yeah, it's definitely a gamble.
Yeah.
We
So
don't,
you can't
don't
ever
be
use
going
cash,
out
though.
and piecing nobody if y'all watching this.
You say you can't use cash.
Right? You can't like go to a bank and take the cash.
you can't, like,
if you would have did
deposit
it like at an ATM, he
the
would've
mag
got
strip thing.
Oh yeah, true.
Wow.
It is crazy.
PPP boys is
If any
outside.
But it-
scammers would like
It,
to
Bless
be on the
me.
show, just we have a cash app and we can put it in the comments.
You just gotta let us know so we can take it out
Yeah,
ASAP.
please.
Did y'all hear about Shorty working at the Big Bear, who just was killed?
What?
What's that?
The convenience store.
She told the dude like about the store's mask policy. They got into it. He went to his car, got a
Oh,
gun,
yeah,
came
and
back
shot her.
killed
Shot her, yeah.
I did
What?
see that.
Where's this?
DeKalb County.
Yeah, I think it was like Candler Road or something like that.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, that black lady.
Black lady, yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah,
Definitely,
that was so
rest in peace,
sad. I was like, this is so stupid.
That
All
just
she did
don't
was
make no
ask him to pull
sense.
his mask.
Did you hear
up.
about the
This-
little kid?
Yeah.
He's
got
now
shot
he
by
has
the man.
now he has to go to get therapy.
Yeah.
because he
he
having
got
PTSD.
Yeah, he
Wait,
got
what happened?
You hear about the Asian?
This Asian man who shot this 9-year-old boy. Let me look up his name.
Yo,
What?
the video was kind of funny though.
Well, he was like,
that
he
sounded
chased
like
him
something
with a-
I
what
would
he
have said
chased
as a
him with?
kid. He was like, he tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but he couldn't because I was too fast. And then he grabbed a gun, and then the reporter's
was
like, and then what
that?
happened after that? He's like, he shot me.
Oh
That
my
happened. That happened in
gosh.
like that
Couple weeks
happened
ago.
here.
Yeah, it happened
In
here.
Georgia.
Yeah, because the
What?
guy was a restaurant owner or something. They were saying boycott his place.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I
That boy
didn't
had a
know that.
$10,000. I'm pretty sure he had a $10,000 bond.
And was out.
What? Only $10,000?
Excuse me, I said 9. He's 6.
He's a 6-year-old? Oh,
That
my
boy talked like he a
gosh.
good 15.
6-year-olds can talk, for real.
He was
So I'm
a-
like, Allie
Look
is
at
6.
Tegan.
boy,
The
Tegan
smart
is-
ones now.
Yeah,
Tegan
Allie
is 4.
6.
The smart ones
What
specifically.
did you say?
Allie?
Is how old?
She's 6.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember when she was
What?
born.
Yeah, I know.
But
yeah,
that's crazy.
She talked like a grown woman.
Well, she's been talking.
Well,
like
Yeah.
a
all of
woman,
y'all
you know.
talk like grown women, so
Yeah, his name is Kobe Daniel.
Oh.
He said he's struggling to recover from the incident. He hasn't been able to sleep on his own since the shooting occurred.
Oh, bless his heart. Poor baby.
And
did he graze him? Because he didn't even have like
the
a cast
shooter
on or
is
nothing.
29-year-old Ryan Lee Wen. He said Kobe was retrieving his bike from the man's front yard.
A 6-year-old was still on the bike.
No, he was
No.
getting his bike.
Oh,
Yeah, like
he was getting
his bike was on the man's yard, and he was getting his bike from the man's yard.
his bike.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you were
was-
right. He said that the young boy said the angry neighbor initially tried to hit him with a sledgehammer, but he got away. Lee Wen then grabbed his firearm and shot him.
6-year-old?
What's crazy to me is the fact that
he tried to hit me with a sledgehammer, but that's not going to work because I'm too fast. Then he got a gun and boom, shot me right there.
Oh my gosh.
Tell you, bruh.
Oh, that's so
what's
sad.
crazy to me
I'm
is
glad he's alive.
the fact that like, bro, I swear, I feel like they're like almost trying to incite violence between people.
So you remember
Because-
all the Stop Asian Hate? Where was those people?
One
at
second,
when this-
because yeah,
They
to
were
like
stopping
speak about
Asian hate,
that,
brother.
like, there's been legislation that one white man walks into a massage parlor, kills a bunch of Asian women, a few Asian men. There's legislation within the month. The first piece of legislation we have gotten this year was them making Juneteenth an official holiday, and all I can
Right after they banned critical race theory and
Here
like
and in Florida.
7
Which
different
literally
states,
makes no
Texas too.
sense.
It's
Because if you
dumb.
teach your state's history, if you're in the South, you have to talk about race.
racism.
They
And slavery.
already,
About race,
you already
period.
take out so much in the first place. So how are you taking
I'm trying to
out
figure out why would you want to take that out?
Because they're white.
Because they want
Racist.
to. Because they want to keep us stupid.
Because
Yeah,
you're
they
If we
don't
knew the
want
true
black people to know.
history,
The argument is it will incite racism towards white children, and white
There's
children
no
will be
such
forced
thing.
to learn.
There's no
like,
such thing as
feel guilt.
racism towards white children.
I honestly, you can be prejudiced towards white people.
You can be prejudiced, but you can't be racist.
Yeah, you can if you
No,
feel
you
you're
can't.
superior.
You can't.
Not
If
racist.
I have a
By
school,
definition,
like
you
if I
can.
as a black man have a school and I like ban white people from it, that's technically racist towards because it's something institutionally bound. So basically, what Dr. Umar has been trying to do for 25 years.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's like you
Dr.
can
Umar
be.
is racist against white people.
No,
You can-
he says it though.
Exactly. You can be racist against white people. I don't like when black people say that because it's
A lot
like
of black people say it.
Yeah,
It's
understandably,
because
I
we
understand
also
where they're
have to
coming
have the power
from.
aspect, not just like
Yeah.
black people can't be racist, but I mean
You have to have
be
the power to
prejudiced along
oppress
with
them.
the
Yes,
power to oppress
exactly.
them.
Systematically. But that has nothing to do with me believing because my skin color is darker than yours that I'm superior. That's what racism is. Believing
Okay,
you are
I learned it
superior.
differently, and that's just my opinion.
I understand, but the
understand your
fact
opinion as
is
well.
that the definition is because of your belief that you're superior based on skin color. I understand your opinion, but the
It was
fact
actually
remains.
based on race,
Well, race, yeah. So
which is important to
Which is
denote
also-
because
well,
there are people whose
necessarily,
skin color does not match their race,
which is
i.e.
facts.
albinism, things of that nature.
The halves and halves.
But yeah,
Okay.
You can't
First
be
of all,
racist.
their skin color usually does denote their race, though.
usually.
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but
Ooh, the half and halves.
mixed. Why are y'all calling them a drink? Say mixed people. What?
It's the same thing.
Oh my!
It is.
If you got half of one thing and half of another thing, you mixed,
mixed.
right? It's not like it's
synonymous.
sitting there on the side. It ain't like you got
Mixed
one
is-
black side, one white side down the middle.
Mixed is the term that is used, half and half.
She's biracial.
Oh my
She's biracial.
I'm dead.
That's a song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a hilarious
Is it on your
dude. You've never seen that, bro? That thing is mad
It's all
old.
over
Yeah,
TikTok.
it's hilarious.
You definitely need.
It's all over.
It's
You
crazy.
gotta
When I
hear
first downloaded TikTok, the Bust It Challenge was like the thing. And
Yeah,
now
that's
you never see it.
I
had,
Busted Challenge
I was
happened
like
a little bit
before.
after.
Yeah, I was a little bit
I
before
was
that.
on TikTok.
I was like
before
one
the Bust It
gen
Challenge.
before Busted.
I wasn't.
I ain't
That's-
been on,
I got
like,
on TikTok to see that.
My mom be on TikTok, and I don't like that now. Be like,
Yeah,
why?
that-
Now mine
that's
is
reaching
all
too far.
gaming,
Yeah,
like
this ain't
Call
for
of
you.
Duty and all that other stuff.
My TikTok,
And
like,
movies
it's
and
so
stuff.
versatile. It's such a good amalgamation of all my interests. Like,
I like that word.
thank you.
Amalgamation, Andrew, is the word that I like. Inside joke for our
That
viewers.
was funny. Yeah, all our previous viewers are good. That was funny.
Drugs? I'm sorry.
But no, yeah.
Whew.
I used
It
to.
was drugging.
Drug-
Yeah, it was drugging. That is true. That is true.
talking
It was
about
drugging.
T.I., and
Yeah.
he
That's what you had to point out. It
Yeah.
was,
He said, if you gonna quote me now,
Nah, you
it was drugging.
get the
Nigga.
quotes right.
I was confused.
Get the
Oh,
quotes
man.
right.
Oh,
No, for
that
sure.
is funny.
Oh, man.
Because I wouldn't be that surprised if he was like, I like that word, drugs. Drug sounds like a cool word.
Yeah, drugging
But
is a
drugging,
weird word to.
It's like, whoa.
Drugs is one of those words
Whoa,
that
brother.
sounds like what it is.
Did you see that they
Drugs look like drugs.
Right.
They,
Like,
what happened?
he got
Him and her got
pharmaceuticals?
not in trouble, but it was another allegation or something, right?
yeah, it's been like a
I think
few
it,
more.
yeah, it was just like more
T.I. and
people
Tiny.
just saying that they.
Oh, more?
Did you see his Instagram post when he said
Apologize.
apologize? And it was like him and all the homies laughing.
He needs to go underneath
so
the
funny.
jail
It might
for
still
that
be.
one. That was
But
wrong.
even if he's innocent,
That
that's just
was wrong.
No innocent man does things like this.
No.
My issue
That'd be
is
my biggest problem when a lot of these allegations happen. Like, even if these people truly be innocent, why are you operating with such lack of innocence? Like,
Exactly. You make
like you
yourself
are
look
operating
so
like
bad.
people in movies. Like, y'all be watching a movie and like a dude gets caught in a situation that looks like cheating, but he wasn't cheating. And instead of explaining himself, he's like, baby, it's not what it looks like. Why are you acting guilty? Explain what it happened. Like, it doesn't
That's
make
because
any
the
sense
women not
to
gonna
me.
been it anyway. She already thinks she saw what she saw. So
Because the truth is stranger than
depends.
fiction.
I mean, it depends.
Yeah.
It depends on when she walks in. If she walks in at the point in time where you're the furthest from her, you know what I'm saying? Like,
If
it's
your
a
woman-
lot easier
If
if
your
I'm
woman
like, you know
walks
what I'm
in and you're
saying?
just
I'm like
in a
here.
room with a woman and she's going crazy, like, we're just sharing space. Like, I'm not
just
allowed to
in
do that
here,
with
bro.
women
Did I
anymore.
know this woman was gonna be here or not? If I didn't know.
Well,
that's a big
what's
fact.
it also depends on what space you entering.
That is true.
You walking in my crib, I don't gotta tell you who gonna be here.
Exactly. And you didn't ask.
Well,
You just said you was
that
on the
one
way.
worked for me.
I was about to say, well,
You entering my
Understandable.
space, I can have whoever. No, if
No,
we
you
just
can. But I'm like, you gonna.
because
you're not gonna-
vice
you just-
versa, if you go into your girl crib and she got a guy there, then you ain't know about, you gonna be.
And you just walk in.
it's
and it's-
happened.
Yeah, no. See, I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't be cool with that.
Wait, not actually. That's not how it happened. I was there,
And then
then
somebody came
wait.
over.
I was there.
What?
And woke up to somebody being there, but it sounds a lot worse than it is.
Wait, was it one of those?
Well-
It's not what it looks like situations.
No, like
Mind
I
you,
was,
she
I
does
was
have
there
roommates, so it could
Yes.
have been possible
But
that he
I mean,
was there for one of her
he's
roommates.
both of their friends, so he
Okay.
came like over with them. But I just woke up to him being there, or him like walking in. I'm like,
Okay, well that's like.
That's
okay,
different. We
yeah.
talking about.
yeah. So when you said that, I was like, but then I was like, wait, no, that wasn't the situation.
Okay, I was like-
situation was I woke up to, and I'm like,
Okay.
is that a man's voice?
Oh,
And he's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. It just came.
I used to talk to this girl who used to FaceTime on her phone and from her iPad, and she used to have conversations with me and her friends at the same time. And I remember one time,
about those grievances.
oh my God, she was on the phone with this dude who, you know how dudes badmouth their girlfriend when they really want the girl, some other girl?
Yeah,
he
it's
was
like-
doing that on the phone with her. And because they like rode the bus together before, she was like, well, a lot of times women, y'all will think in the way you feel about a man, you feel like he feels that way. So if you have no attraction to him, don't like him at all, you feel that way you feel that he feels that way about you.
Oh, that's when you stupid.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
And boy, when I tell you, she's sitting here listening to this man like, bro, I really don't even like her for real. Like, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just sitting here like, this man really
Why is
like
she on
saying
the
all
phone
this
with
to my
both of
girl
y'all
right
at the
now.
same
And
time?
she's sitting here acting like she don't realize what he doing. And that was just one of the.
But
I've
why
never
is she
been
on
so
the
mad in
phone
my
with
life.
both of y'all at the same time?
Because
Yeah.
she's one of those people, bro. Look.
I'm
I
like,
done-
if
I
I'm
done
calling
passed-
you to have a conversation, that's
I done
rude for you
passed
to be
all
on the phone.
of the trauma I
Yeah, I
got
would've
from that
like, go talk to your
relationship, so I
friend,
don't
bro.
want to relive any questions. But
You know you brung it up, right?
I know, but like, I just wanted to say that.
He said,
I
"Don't
wanna
remind me
dive
of that
deep.
thing that I said."
Yes, you do, but I ain't about to say her name on this.
We can bleep it.
Yeah, we can,
She's
but
not
that's
watching this.
You do know that I'm the one that bleeps stuff,
Under
right?
no
bleep it.
circumstances is she gonna see this.
This is start with
That's
a C.
not true.
How?
Yes, and that's all you need to know.
I got a question for y'all.
We got answers.
I love this flow, by the way. We're the goats. Just wanted to throw that out
Okay.
there.
Now this question was asked to me recently, and
Do I need to sit up for this?
no, I don't think it's that. But I really just want to see what y'all think of it. Is just listen.
Bruh, stop. This reminds me of that barber TikTok where he be
Like,
like, let me ask you a question. And he pausing every third word, like, bro, what? I'm sorry, go ahead.
okay, for real. Is it? I don't remember the exact word that was it. So I'll say like amoral, right, or immoral, right, or is it bad? Do you consider it, something of that nature, right? Negative, whatever the case may be. If you are in a relationship and in every way outside of what I'm about to say, completely committed to that one person, but you still lust and or fantasize about other people.
Wait, what's the question?
Like, is that,
Morally bad?
yeah,
It depends on who you're lusting for.
It's human nature.
expound.
First of
Okay,
all.
so for me, I'm like, I don't mind if like my boyfriend comments on like celebrities, like celebrity women and stuff, like people that he can't actually. Sorry.
Ooh, good God.
So
I'll leave it out. He can't actually
Believe
like
the Lord,
get
Jesus.
with. That doesn't bother me. But if it was somebody that he knew, like somebody, a coworker,
Accessible
like
to him.
somebody he was seeing on a regular basis, I would have a problem with that.
Now, what if, whether you notice or not, what if that person that he knows is in reality just as unattainable as those celebrity people?
I don't care. You're
Okay.
too close to her.
What y'all think?
Honestly, I feel like that's natural because we're people. If you see somebody you're attracted to, you're gonna have a thought or two. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Understandable. Where my issue comes in is how often you vocalize it to me and how often you act as if you had the opportunity, you would take action. That is how I feel because then you're showing me how you would act if you felt that way about somebody you could access. Same as what she's saying. Like honestly, if you're like really like telling me what you would do to Denzel Washington in my face, I still have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Who are you dating? That
Don't go in detail.
I'm
but
just
like,
saying,
You can, even
you know what I'm saying?
random people,
Denzel's
you
way-
can
'cause,
appreciate
like,
their
that's-
attractiveness.
Yeah,
but
because
don't
like
take
they
it
do,
too far.
because
Don't
people
be
do
like,
that. They be
yeah.
like,
"Man,
"Oh my
I'll
God,
flip
Future."
her him
but
upside
I
down
would-
and
we about to break up. 'Cause
Like I asked
you
the
No
girl,
rubber.
I asked the
No.
girl, I was like, if I really like, even though I do plan on being everything I know I can be, I was
Right,
like, yo,
right.
if I do make it to that tax bracket and I'm like around people who have some notoriety, who would I have to worry about? And she gave me an answer, and I was upset because first of all, if you really liked me, it would be none because I'm with you. You know what I'm saying?
She
You
not
already
solid.
She not solid.
She not solid
you
at
know What
all.
I'm saying? That's why she gone. But you feel me? You know what I'm saying? If she was here when I'm broke, of course she gonna stay with me when I get bread because now it's the same thing. We just
Right.
richer.
But you did. I think that is a situation, especially if you're somebody who wants to be an entertainer in
Wait,
those worlds.
Say it again. I'm just gonna.
I said, okay, so if I do make it to a place where I'm around a bunch of people with some prominence, like i.e. 21, Drake, people, Cole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know these people. who would I have to
who
worry
you have
about?
to worry about
Yeah,
her.
because now she
And
has
she said,
access
yeah.
to
She
them.
told you.
She told me Future, and I was like, understandable.
And you chose the worst.
The worst one.
That man, like,
Understandable.
Oh, good God.
But like
She
by the
going to
time I
hell.
get there, 40, that man gonna be in his 40s. And if that's how you feel, bro,
Might
that's how
be
you feel,
retired.
I'll fight you.
Why would she even give you an answer?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. Future someone I don't
that's-
see
I
retiring.
She gave me an answer
I
because she was
would've said
a horrible.
nobody.
She was a horrible girlfriend.
Is it true that
What the heck?
to have lustful thoughts is not a sin? It's to act on those thoughts that's the
Yes.
sin?
I don't know because then there's other sins like that. It says like to even
I used
think
to
them.
Man,
is a
Jesus
sin.
was like, God, is there another way that
Huh?
I can
I
like
used to,
do
look
this
up
and
if
not
it's a sin
die?
to masturbate.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Well,
At least for us, because we're
I
like
didn't
unsheathing
know.
life.
Like when I was younger, I
at the same
just
time.
did not understand it yet. I didn't know.
I'm gonna be honest.
didn't know
When
that
I
was
didn't
was
younger,
understand why
I
watching
knew-
porn was a sin.
I knew it was a sin, like masturbating, but I didn't understand why. And even a little bit now, I'm still like, even
I
though I
still
know,
don't get
I'm just
why.
like,
My dad said it has something to do with because it's a fleshly desire. Because I
Yeah.
remember I was having this conversation with somebody, and I was like, we were adamant about it. I was like, I could hit my dad up. We could ask him. And I didn't even realize.
about fleshly desire.
I didn't even realize the question I asked him until after he responded. I was like, wait, I just asked my dad if masturbation is a sin.
yeah.
That's
a wild
make it.
question.
I did make it known that we're having the discussion, and it's not
Okay.
because I was saying it. Just
Oh,
to know.
me, I'd have been like, oh, did Jesus?
Yeah, I was
Lord
like,
Almighty,
Dad,
God
I'm having
save
a
you."
discussion right now with one of my friends, and we want to know, is masturbation a sin? And he was like, for those of you who don't know, me and my brother, we are the children of two pastors, our mother and our father.
Well, his mom is. Never mind.
Huh?
That's
my-
his
my-
My
business
dad's
to
a
tell.
pastor too. I just didn't know that. I would never ask him that.
Yeah, both my parents are ordained.
But to
Jews.
answer-
they don't got their own church though.
To answer
True, I
your
do.
question,
a much bigger hustler.
I think because I'm not like I am madly in love with Rihanna, so I just feel like that's natural.
Yeah, so is my boyfriend. He posts her all the time. I don't care.
I love her.
It's Rihanna.
Now the person who asked me asked because they were very much in that situation, like they felt that way, and then
About an attainable person?
no.
Oh.
About someone who's not a celebrity, but she's unattainable. Like he does not know her. But he found out that his girl, kind of to the same level of fervor, has her own people
And he
in
got
that area. And he was like, he felt
Attainable people?
I didn't ask that.
Oh.
Mm.
That matters though.
It does matter.
Yeah, access is definitely
Because, like,
part of it.
I could have these
So
thoughts
if
about
it's purely attainable people, just so that
I
we
think
get
so
every
because
side.
like if
Oh,
your
yeah,
girl
it's a
got
problem.
like if she likes Trey
Yeah,
Songz
bro.
or Omar Epps or something, it's like you're
Because
not.
honestly, most of the attraction comes from the fact that you can't attain these people.
Yes.
So they're only what you can
Ooh, that's a
That is
bar.
absolutely
make up the
true.
image
Did you
of
watch
what you got in your head.
No,
I saw the first two battles. It was the same night as Tyler's movie premiere, so I had to stop watching the rest. So I miss Geechee Rum,
they battled each other.
and then they split
Again?
the UM3 bunny. Yeah, because they were the finalists for Ultimate Madness 3, so they had to. But then they split the money down the middle.
That's the one that Drake was there.
Yeah,
Oh.
and Drake added 50,000 to the UM3 pot. So instead of it being 50K each,
Ultimate
they got,
Madness. Oh, they did like the tournament thing.
Y'all think Drake could battle rap like Joe did?
No,
I think he'd
Do
get
I
3
think he will?
Could.
he won't.
I think he could.
He could, but he won't.
I don't think he would because I think Drake wouldn't win.
Of course.
I don't even think like Drake would have to battle a top tier, and I think Drake would lose to
Every
rookie.
single one of them.
I wouldn't say everybody, but almost everybody.
Man,
I think
Sirius
Drake
Jones
could
will
be
body. True.
I just think that battle rap is different,
And I like that,
The way
by the way.
I love
He's
the
so
way
entertaining.
they
know what
their
I'd love to
minds
see
work,
go
like
against
because
Drake?
those are 3
I would
minute
love to see
verses.
Chess go against Drake. I feel
They
like
have
Chess
three
would
3 minute
fucking
verses.
annihilate him.
Like in some of the places that they take you in these verses, it's like, well, how did you come up with, i.e., Sir's third round versus Hitman?
That's one of the greatest
How did you
rounds
come
of
up
all
with this?
time.
I really want to know how you
One
came
of the
up with
greatest
this.
rounds of all time, for sure.
And then you have people like Clips who can freestyle and then get right back into the or rebuttal and get right back into the verse and not miss a beat. And
Yeah,
it's
and
just-
rebuttaling's become so big now that people who aren't rebuttalers are trying to rebuttal, and they need to stop doing that.
why is Twerk choking so much?
Because Twerk has said in multiple interviews he enjoys battle rapping, but he is not dedicated to it. So
Well,
he
then
does
don't-
not prepare
don't-
to the level that he should.
Do it.
I agree.
Because you're
but-
robbing people.
But
Check engine
Twerk's a
light.
top tier talent.
Sorry, that's one of my favorite bars.
yeah.
He really is. I really like Twerk.
And if Twerk came with 3 of them things every time he showed up, he could probably be the face right now rather than Geechee.
Yeah. Geechee's
But
been killing
Geechee's
it, though.
the face because Geechee is
He's
gonna
battled
come with them
literally
things.
everybody.
Yeah. That's another thing I don't like
He's like the new Tay-Rock.
The rookies are getting the shots at the bigger names a lot easier, and it's ruining, like, certain matchups are happening too early.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Like back when, like, people used to have to battle him and then battle him just to get to, you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
now it's an opportunity for him to get a plate against you. And he's talent-wise there, but he's not there yet in the maturation of his career and the way he does it.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like, you need to be in your prime to face that person.
Yeah.
And you're not there yet. But you get the bag early.
Like,
and
I feel like...
grudge matches in...
Smack want more money.
I feel like in
Smack is a
battle rap...
millionaire.
Smack want more money.
Smack is a millionaire.
Both of those things are true.
But he wants more money.
I feel like in battle rap, grudge matches are only good in, like, the Lux Mook situation, where it's like, it's super debatable who won the first battle, so then have a grudge match. When there's grudge matches off of body bags or 3-0s, I don't care about the second match. Like,
This
like
is just
I
a
feel
part
like
two.
Rockin' Clips was a great example. I also still have Clips winning the second 2-1.
Me too. If people think Tay-Rock won.
Even if you have Rock winning, it's like, it's not that impressive to me. You got
It's
destroyed, obliterated in all of everyone. Tiana Taylor was there. Where did this
Yeah.
come from, bro?
Yeah. Yep.
We find
I had a
ingrowns
question
in
that popped
random
into my
spots.
mind while we were talking about the amorality of the lust thing, and I can't remember what the question was, and it was so good.
So what did you answer?
I told him kind of the same thing that you said. I told him that she views that girl as regular. Like, I think, remember when I was saying how, like, when there's, like, talking about the rating scale, how there's, like, tiers?
Yeah.
So it's like, somebody could be like, oh, Ashton's a 9. And it's like, yeah. But, like, Ashton's not a 9 the way that, like, Saweetie's a 9.
Right.
No disrespect to you.
No,
Like,
I know exactly
but
what
like,
you mean.
know what I mean?
Yes,
Because
yes.
there's just tier, and there's, like,
I'd argue
celebrity.
I was about to say, I'm gonna be honest with you, bruh.
I'd argue that.
Look at this face, and if Sweetie take
That's
off
natural.
all that she be caking up on her face,
Sweetie's
bro.
still fine, bro.
She's still fine,
She's
but
still
fine,
but
still
she
very
can
fine.
compete.
She's
You know
still
what I'm
very
saying?
Thank
You feel me? Cause look, she's barefaced right now, and she's glowing.
The point I'm making is there's tiers, okay? There's
There's
tiers,
tiers.
bro. So she doesn't view that girl that he has this
As,
lust
like,
for
up there for
as
him to-
a different tier than her. That girl's just a girl, and she is just a girl.
Is she like a Instagram model or something?
No, he knows of her. Like, they have
Even
no
that, there's
mutual
tiers
people,
in that.
but they don't know each other.
Yeah, bro. You doing.
Why
too
did
much
he
for
tell
me.
her that?
You doing too much.
It came up in a game, like at a game night, and it was like on some sworn under truth, like we don't lie during the games thing. Because I know during my game nights,
Lie.
I don't
should've
loaf.
lied.
I don't loaf during my game nights.
but
Die
And it-
with the
listen,
lie.
I don't loaf during my game nights, and it's gotten me in trouble, and I still don't do it. I'd be like, bro, just lie. And my
Just
brain
lie.
still be, and then sometimes I'll be put in a situation.
I'm the same way, but I still. So you should lie to me. Just lie to me, so I don't get mad at you. I'm telling you, you should. Otherwise, we gonna have a problem today. Okay, just go ahead.
Lie to
learned
So
that
me.
a long
that's
time
how
ago.
it came up, and then, so I was explaining to him, like, she views her as regular, so you can't. That's why it was like, it's not like how he feels about who is it? It's somebody he thinks is like the finest woman on earth. I can't remember, but some celebrity. It's like, it's not the same thing in her mind. To him, those women are both women that he will never be with or never have. He just finds their beauty astronomical. And then I think another issue became when she asked if they're more attractive than she is, or she's more attractive than she is. And I think he said, she's more attractive than you, but I'm more attracted to you than her. And that,
He's an idiot.
That wasn't a
all
good
she heard was she's more attractive.
Oh,
than
God, that's all she heard.
She's stupid for asking
He's
because
an
you weren't
idiot.
prepared to hear that answer.
You don't
should
ask
not
a
have
question
asked
you're
that
not
question in
prepared to hear the
first place.
answer to.
Big fact.
She
He's
should
an
not have
idiot.
asked that, but he's an idiot too because she should not have said that to her.
He's an
So
idiot.
he's an idiot, but he
when you're
definitely
in these
should have taken
positions,
her
you
He's
real
an
deal
idiot.
supposed to
feelings into
lie?
consideration.
No, real deal. He's supposed to scoot around the answer more than that. You don't have to lie, but he could have said,
No,
"Babe, it doesn't
lie.
matter how much I did to her."
Die
I'm
with
you.
the. Y'all gonna listen
It
to me.
doesn't-
Die with the lie.
You're going to take that the same way.
Look,
You're going to take anything other
You
than
should not have asked the question.
you're
I'm
more
not
beautiful
gonna
than
ask a
her.
question like that. I'm gonna assume that I am more attractive than her. I'm not asking you because I don't need to know what you think. I know what I think.
And that's how you should operate. Absolutely. Because
But she set herself
listen,
up. She
listen.
set herself up. No.
I've never, ever in my life, this is gonna take it to a bit of, but I've never ever asked a anatomical comparison question Because I'm not prepared to hear the truth.
You're not.
Big facts.
Nobody.
Because if you tell me, oh yeah, I was swimming in 9 inches. What? I used to rock with Nat Turner. You did what? I'm not ready for those types of. I'm not ready for it. So, and I think people don't they don't take
that
the
was wrong.
to think.
They don't take the time to be like,
don't.
am I prepared to hear this? They're. You know how sometimes you'll choreograph a conversation?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
I do that a
People
lot.
will really uphold you to the version of the conversation they desire.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
You
reason
can't
why.
That's where
hold
you
me
get
to
mad.
that.
That's why people get angry.
That's why I end up messing up
Wow.
shooting my shots sometimes. 'Cause I'm like, yo, if I say
If I
this, she
just-
probably gonna
yeah,
say this.
she
And if she don't, and you be like,
I'm just stuck. I'm like,
Or do
crap,
you
she ain't
do
say
you
it. I
have
don't know what to say.
do you have different responses for something that different that they might say?
Yes,
What you mean?
I do.
Like so
Nah,
say
I got one branch
say
of thought,
you're wanting to
don't be-
talk to your
You don't
significant
have
other about
scenarios.
something
I don't have the variations in
and
my
you
head.
know it's like a
tumultuous conversation.
yes,
sensitive.
it's gonna be combative. So you're gonna say what you're gonna say, and then you're calculating responses to what they might say. So if she says this, I'm gonna say this.
I used to do that a lot until someone told me that I converse too well to do things like that because that's manipulative. And they were
I
like,
wouldn't want to
Explain
get into
that.
argument with
they
you.
was
Explain
like, they
that.
were like,
How is that
they were like,
manipulative?
regular people have to do that simply to survive in a conversation. And they were like, you don't have to do that. You can converse in
A lot
any
of people don't
scenario
even-
at any given point in any manner. So when you're trying to calculate what they're gonna say and then conjure the best response, it's to get them to a destination. Like she felt like it's like I'm trying to
Steer
use
the
words
conversation.
to put them in a specific place in mind frame. And even though I don't 100% agree with that, I realize that that's probably what people think of me.
That's good.
Though it says more about themselves because they probably think that I'm not smart enough to
Outwit.
be
But
able to steer this
In a
conversation.
and not even
am I being
on
steered?
me, because I don't think I'm some magnum opus speaker. But I know that probably a lot of people in my life, while conversing with me, probably think that.
Well,
They're
yeah,
probably
you gotta understand.
he
You're
can
a
steer this conversation in any, and I'm not equipped to.
A lot of people don't
Grab
have
the
the
wheel
wit
from 'em.
to have a quick retort.
you write poetry,
That's true.
so understand understanding just the eloquence of the English language and making a metaphor rhyme. That's very hard.
Really? It's so
one
easy
thing one thing I seen on Twitter the other day,
No, I'm
it was
joking. I
like, I
understand
need
though.
to know how these people got this superpower, how they can listen to a song once or twice and know all the words. I'm pretty sure me and you both have that ability because I know I do. Like I remember listening
Depending on the song, yeah.
to the Look at Me Now. I remember listening to Busta Rhymes 5 or 6 times. I just listened to what he was saying. Like once I heard the words and memorized the cadence. I memorized the cadence first, but once I heard what he was actually saying word for word, I knew what he was saying and I could rap it back verbatim.
That's how I am though.
I have had times
Well, I
where
mean, we got the same genes, so
me and someone are listening to a song and I've never heard that song, and by the second or third time of the hook, I'm singing the hook. Excuse me, and they're like, "How do you said you didn't know the song?" I was like, "Yeah, but I just heard the hook 2
Right.
times." You
You
think
can
I?
pretty much pick it up after
Yeah.
that.
yeah, you should be able to. A lot of people don't be rhythmic like they should be. Going back to the conversation we was having before,
Did you think of the question?
the things of the
I'm
question.
trying to find. I'm spinning my mental block to find
The
that
thing about
question, 'cause it was
asking
good.
questions that you're not prepared to hear, it
Yeah.
reminded me of a little trend that's going on TikTok where it's if you ask your girlfriend, "Am I the perfect size?" and she says yes, that means that she's had bigger than you. And me personally, I know I'm not Mandingo out here, so I'm not even gonna ask the question if I'm the biggest you ever, because that does nothing for my pride.
It does nothing.
It does
For me,
nothing
I
at
just
all.
need to know
And
if
I'm
I
too
knocked
paranoid.
it
I don't
a
believe
way
you if you
that
say yes.
it
So-
ain't never had. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So why am I asking? Because if I truly am, I'm still gonna live with, was she lying? Just don't ask.
Right.
Right. And it's I mean,
It's unattractive in itself when the question
Look,
gets asked.
yeah, I
So you don't even like being asked it.
I don't even ask that, bro.
Because
Now,
now
I
I'm
know-
looking at you you're not confident in your skills.
I know some women who
Facts. I know I'm straight.
That ask kind of their own version in return. Am I the best you ever had?
I am.
Especially about
I assure you I am.
especially about rocking the mic. This is getting kind of graphic.
We're metaphoring it up.
But for sure, I know girls who real deal ask in that regard, especially if they're the best. And almost none of them be prepared for the answer. Now, all of my homies are smart enough to, whether she is or not, tell the truth in that instance. But, I guess not. I thought all my homies were. But I think, I don't know. I think people will genuinely desire comfort more than they desire truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Most definitely.
Even though they don't want to admit it.
In all situations, mostly.
In every aspect of life.
I think the difference is the rest of the world is always going to give you truth. It doesn't care about your comfort. But you're my partner. So you're supposed to uphold my comfort over everything.
You're supposed to cater to my ego.
Comfort me when I'm asking, am I the this? Am I the that? Is she prettier than me? Does she?
Why
is
do
her
they
body
ask
better
these
than
questions,
mine?
though?
But I think it's asinine, especially because just being 100%, the partner that tells you the truth is the better partner.
Yes.
Facts. But people won't see it that way.
They don't.
Because
Right.
they're so,
gonna get mad.
they're blinded.
They get
Yeah, they're blinded
offended,
by
they
the
get
emotion
their
that
feelings
they're.
hurt and they don't know how to handle it. You shouldn't ask the question. Sorry.
Shouldn't.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth.
I know for a fact I'm prepared to hear every answer to every question that I ask.
And I've literally had a conversation like, there's a reason why amidst you asking particular questions of me, I wasn't asking them back. Because if the answer would have been something, I wasn't ready to hear it. So and I'm very aware of like, okay, I can handle anything that they say back to this, so I can ask it. If you can come up with something to say, I think one of the greatest like examples of this like is just like the saying like when it comes to like approaching someone, especially approaching a young woman to try and like get to know her, get a number, like the worst she can say is no. That is not the worst she can say.
That's not the worst she can say at all.
I've been said much worse than no. I walked up to a girl once off of my homies being like, go. Like one of them literally pushed me. And she literally said, how did you think this was gonna go? Before she even curved or rejected me. I just asked like a simple question. It was like,
I'd kill myself.
and she was like, how did you think this was gonna go?
I'd kill
I was
myself
like,
right there.
I was like,
so
why was it
mean.
necessary to
That
say
was
that?
so
You couldn't have
unnecessary.
just
Was she
said,
with
I'm-
other people?
Yeah, she was with her homegirl.
So she was putting on a
I
show.
know that's why, but why
That's
did you have to
mad
say that? Could have been my
unnecessary.
13th reason, like real life.
Yo,
What if I was going to kill myself because of this?
Like,
I was suicidal.
why would you say that? So like,
Bruh.
in the same fashion,
People
it's
are
like
cruel.
I'm not gonna ask nothing. I'm not ready
Oh
to
my
hear
God.
That's
anything.
crazy.
Too.
I'm trying to think.
How did you think this was gonna go? Well, not like this.
I straight up, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just walk away. And she was like, I was just, and when I went back over there, I was just like,
Oh my gosh. People are so mean.
and the thing that made me mad was, and this is gonna sound shallow, and this is gonna also sound like,
Oh, she wasn't that cute?
no, she was a very pretty young lady,
Oh.
but her outfit was not flea, and I was very flea. And I don't know, maybe that doesn't matter, but I'm from New York, so it
That
matters to me.
matters.
And I'm flea, and I approached you looking very much like you tried to be flea, and you're not flea. And you go,
You had the
maybe I'm
audacity.
hit, but at least I presented myself better than you did. Good Lord Almighty.
Right. Like I stepped out with
least
the
I tried.
intention of trying
He
to
said,
be.
how did you think this was going to go? No, man.
It's vicious outside, man.
Yeah, it's a hard life.
That's why
out
I
here.
stopped walking up to now.
That's always a hard
I,
game.
I always say,
It
man,
is.
God, you're going to have to put her in my life.
And that's why a lot of
That's
women
a
get the
gamble.
short end of the stick
You
because
gotta put her
9
in my
times out
life.
of 10 they're getting the guy who like the guys who you
approach?
want are not the guys who approach you. The guy who approaches
is
you
a-
is the cocky one. It's the
that
one
is a
who
fact.
has that
The one that's definitely gonna cheat on you at some
yeah,
point.
Yes.
the over exuding confidence because he did that 5 minutes before with
To
another
someone
girl,
else,
and now
yeah.
he's coming up to you and he's gonna do it 5 minutes later with somebody else, and you wonder why. You know what I'm saying? You give your number out to that guy, and then you know what I'm saying. You get all he knows how to pull. You know what I'm saying? He did 9 times out of 10. He probably don't get them all,
Ladies, don't get
but he gets
pulled.
some. Yeah, please don't get pulled.
Don't
you know
get
what I'm saying? But you can make it easy.
what do you think
Just
about
don't
that
be
statement,
easy.
Ashton?
What?
That guys get the girls that they want and women get the girl. What is it?
I think it's true. That's why I believe in shooting my own shot. I don't like when men really approach me, honestly. I don't. Because
Really?
I don't trust them. No, if you come to me
shouldn't.
on the street, I'm not going to talk to you. I want to go
On the
for
street,
who I
you
did
got to be
first.
inside. If you're
and who
approaching a
I
woman
went for.
in the ecosystem, you're a madman.
Yes, you're crazy.
I've never
I don't
approached
know.
a woman
I'm not
Depends the
with
messing
the
with
wind
ecosystem.
blowing. You're a wild coyote.
Wind blowing.
With the wind blowing?
Even
But
the
you
ones
gotta
that I
lounge
tried
outside.
With, it just does not work.
Nah.
I prefer to shoot my own shot.
I respect it.
I get
like
it. Yeah.
Now, women is out here not shooting a shot for
That
sure.
is true. Ladies,
And you
shoot
ain't
your shot.
gotta-
It's
you
not
ain't
that hard.
gotta-
I promise.
Yeah, you ain't gotta like do too much
And
outside of
their
your
reasons-
character.
And their
You
reasons
You could
be
just
so
make
whack.
it easy.
The reasons be so
I
whack.
followed you. I like the picture, girl. If
That's
you
not a
don't
hint.
DM him.
Bruh.
It's not that hard.
Women just be thinking. And like,
Literally,
'Cause
they'll think about you
men
and be
really
like,
don't
why
say no.
doesn't?
Y'all don't really say no for real. You don't.
Not yet.
Oh, of course
that's
not.
pretty
Well,
much
Y'all
factual.
do not say no.
You're attractive. If you know,
it depends. Yeah, it
If
depends on
they
who
don't
it
look
is.
like you, then
Because
I
I've told,
There's a
I've
bunch of
definitely
other
told
pretty
shorties
girls
no.
out here.
Yeah, but a lot of the pretty ones ain't shooting they shot.
Yeah, but that's also because they feel like they shouldn't have to, which is like, okay,
Which is
cool.
like, I guess, but
But-
you lazy.
I was a nice person, so sometimes that got confused with me liking people, and I've had like one or two girls be like, so how about that? And I'm just like, I'm sorry, no. In the nicest way possible.
It was
that
the
would
way you
hurt
just
my
said, "I'm
feelings
sorry,
so
no."
bad.
But men is out here getting rejected for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and afternoon snack.
That's-
And y'all be like, I got rejected once, and it was such a traumatic experience.
It would be traumatic.
Now I
Trigger
have
warning.
crippling anxiety.
Like, no, it
I
wasn't.
mean, sorry.
you just
Rejection is
I
a
don't
part of
believe
life.
that it should be
And
the
men
guy's
be
responsibility to
men.
go after.
Men reject way nicer than women.
Some men.
I don't know.
Even cocky dudes that I know that like are be like, is baddies only.
Y'all just like stop when guys are rejecting. They just don't reply or they just don't
And
say nothing.
Women do the
Yeah.
same thing.
Yes, but
Yeah.
women
I
is
feel like
also
it's
saying,
worse.
how did you think this was gonna go?
yeah, nah, it's definitely
That's
crazy.
I've never heard of a dude being like, look at you and then look at me.
That's so disrespectful.
And that's a lot. That's like one of my homegirls' lines.
That's rude.
Most men
That is
are
rude.
when their response is like anger. It's because of the fact that they were already like just that messed up as a person.
Yeah.
So like that.
Speaking
and
of,
one
y'all saw the
thing
dude who apparently like pulled his gun out.
I did see that.
He tried to
Yes, I
talk
saw
to-
like
that.
those type
I
of
saw
people
that.
do that with every single type of rejection they get, not
Yes.
just rejection
Yes,
with women.
absolutely.
Yes.
That's what
I
I need people
wholeheartedly
to
agree, yes.
understand.
Yes.
Like they're like a lot of women want men like me, my cousin, and my brother to answer for those type of men. But it's like, first of all, I'm not gonna be upset if you tell me no. Like there was an old, I think it was a fable. I think that's the correct word. That's like mythical
I knew the
stories
risk
with
when I came
animals,
over.
right?
Yes.
So yeah, it was an old fable about the fox and the grapes, and it's like there was grapes high on a vine, and he wanted the grapes, and he tried to get them, but he couldn't. And once he figured out the fact that he really can't physically get up the tree to get them, he started cursing at the grapes, and then walked away. And it was like basically the premise of the story was like you tend to show anger towards the things you can't have, and that has stuck with me so much because it's like, okay, if a girl rejects
That
me, I'm not
explains
gonna
haters,
be
too.
that up.
That's
Facts.
a fact,
It's like I'm not
yes.
gonna be that upset. It's like I'm not gonna show disdain towards the thing that I can't have. It's like, and it's not even the fact that I can't have it. It's still possible that I can have it. One no is like not the end all be all unless we're talking about sexual consent.
Yes.
Then
Then it's the absolute.
Then it's the
Thank you
absolute
for
End all
positive.
be
Yes.
all.
that is, bro. That's a
means
no.
no.
That's a okay. You,
Right.
I'm talking. I don't care which I was watching. Might as well get up and leave. Like you can just get up and leave. And if she's still want to be friends after that, hey, shout out to you. But I mean, like as far as like because there have been like I know plenty of people who has like at first like yeah they were like I wasn't really studying his advances, but something that he did ended up making me like
that's
him
what-
or her.
In my brain, I'm always like, bro, you do know that cursing her out and threatening her is like 100%
That's not applying pressure.
Not the method that's going to lead to
Right.
anywhere.
That's not gonna. She's not gonna be like, oh my god.
But genuinely,
That's what they think.
Oh my god.
genuinely,
My
I think
first girlfriend curved me a couple times before we got together.
It happens like that.
I'm gonna keep it 100.
You know what I'm saying? But you apply pressure the right way.
Yes. And
You
I'm
know what I'm
like,
saying?
oh,
That pressure gonna push through.
It will work eventually.
Right. Just the right way though.
I don't
it's
really
the right
know
way
about
to
that.
do stuff.
Every woman who's ever been in any situation with me, ironically, told me about their feelings first. No woman that I've ever like tried to get with, they've all amounted to absolutely nothing.
But you've also
Every girlfriend or girl I've
missed
talked to has
the
been
hints.
like a friend who grows very serious feelings for me, and then they confess those feelings, and then I'm like,
You got superpowers.
is it a power? Because it leaves no room for swoopism. Everything's just serious. My heart needs a break.
I had like a 2-year span in which there was like a series of young women falling in love with me because like
Series.
yes, because of the fact that like around the times I was helping them all with their like personal issues and like working them through that like stage in their life where they didn't have anybody to talk to.
That's a way in.
And so they ended up exchanging.
Like,
That's
trauma?
definitely me.
Like, what?
Some were trauma based. Like there was like, not to put the young lady's business out there. One girl, I talked her out of killing herself. One girl it was just
Not to
family
put her
problems.
business out there, but that proceeds.
I didn't mean. I meant like not her name.
I know.
Yeah,
I
and I
know.
know she don't watch this. But
She
you know
might
what I'm
not
saying?
watch
Like
much
they
soon.
range from just like
That
family
was-
problems, and that was like
I
the most
apologize
extreme.
to all our viewers because I don't even play about suicide because that was just not. That's a great time for the camera to stop.
I didn't hear it, but
How long have we been recording now?
Christian heard it. Yeah, go ahead and check the audio.
Like an hour.
What do we at?
126.
Okay.
It's about that time.
Yeah, we can start.
But yeah, like they all started. They like because of the fact that I was helping them with like certain things, they ended up like I guess not confusing, but replacing like the feelings I had as a friend. Like and
They
I
had.
guess yeah, they were saying that like they were in
Yeah,
love
that
with me,
happens.
and I was just like, bro, what?
You know what's funny? I've like also kind of been in that position a lot in women's lives, minus the falling in love with me part. Yeah, and
I
then,
remember calling you.
It's
for
almost like no
relationship advice.
difference.
like, women like
Yes.
come to me with for a
mean,
lot of
that's very good
advice,
advice.
help, and all of that. And
Why you ain't
all of
call
my homies be like,
no,
"She
no.
wants you," and I'd be like, "No, she doesn't, bro. She doesn't want
Yeah,
me."
that
Like,
was
no,
another thing.
She wants to devour you. And I'm like, she just wants someone to be there for her. Like, no, she wants your parts. I'm just like, okay. And then they're like, why didn't you kill? Like, you should have killed him. Like, I couldn't kill. She didn't want me. Like, yes, she did, bro. You don't. You be loafing. And be like, I'm not. But y'all
There was
just-
only a few that like you kind of just like like, but those few were enough because 2 of them were bad. So
I don't know even who you could be referring to. Give initials.
I don't know her last name, but
Why, just give the first initial.
oh, C. She looked like Tiana.
Oh, but that was a different situation.
Not
she
really.
was telling not everybody. She was telling people other than me that she liked me, and then those people were waiting until I was in a relationship to tell me. Like they
They was
like,
hating.
They did not message you for real.
They was hating.
That was my best friend at
They
the
was
time.
hating. They probably thought she would have told you.
Probably.
But she's super duper shy.
She was mad shy.
That's all in the past now.
Let her
anyways.
grow up. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding.
Well, this was also high school. So we were
Yeah, high school was a different time.
Yeah.
All right. Quick ender question. If you could wake up with only one intersectionality different, what would it be?
What?
Okay.
I would be a man.
You change your gender? So intersectionality is like all the things that make you up. So like
You would definitely.
you are a
by the end of the day, you would be
straight
like, yo, let me go back.
black
man.
cis
Oh,
Christian
okay.
man. That's a
Can I be
So
taller?
something that like
You know,
that makes up my individuality, basically.
essentially, yeah. But like, I don't think height is a part of like your intersectionality. Like, there's like things
Something-
like
so it's something
things
I
like
can't
religion,
control.
gender, sexual orientation,
Or not.
race. I think education level is a part of like your intersectionality to some degree. It can be, I think, depending.
That's not enough.
But things of that nature. So you would be a man.
Yeah, I think I would wake up. I would be. A
So
man.
you'd be everything the exact same, but a man.
There's nothing else I want to change.
Why would you want to be a man?
Just see what it's like to have a penis. No,
Bruh.
that's just the most honest answer I can give.
I
So
understand.
It's really not that much
It's,
of
it's
a...
really
Yeah,
not.
I just want to see. What
It's a lot of.
That's
It's a
what
lot
it
of
don't get
sitting like
periods.
this. And
Yeah, I think that would be really nice.
to not get period.
Yeah, that would be beautiful. I cannot wait till I
You
can
know,
get pause.
there's a great
I
way.
can understand that.
I've heard of almost a foolproof way to get 9 months of no period.
I just said I ain't doing that.
That is not what I thought he was going with. I thought he was about to say some herb or something, bro. I thought he was about to say some Dr. Sebi type
Nah,
stuff
point.
like, yo,
Nah,
I
much
heard
no
it's something that'll
period.
regulate it. He's finna give you some roots in a blender, B. Dang, I don't know, bro.
That's a great question.
I don't know.
Yeah, what
Ain't
you
nothing.
Because I really don't want to be a woman.
Yeah, like
I'm not gonna lie.
the
There
two
was a
things-
time where I would have said Just wake up, be a woman.
The two things
I
that
want
used
to
to
play
be my
with.
answer, now that I've grown older, I don't want either of those things.
I would
it used to be
definitely play with
I'd be
titties.
white
never
for
be
white
white.
privilege.
Yeah, I can't be white.
But
Not
I
even for
thought
white privilege.
I thought about
Being black is
this
too
video.
Right.
This video
dangerous, but it's
that I
cool.
saw of all these white people
That's the cool part.
dancing, and then I was like, I don't even dance, but it's the fact that if I decide to, I can, and it made all the difference.
Like y'all, we have natural rhythm. They
And then
have-
I used to would say be a woman, but I like don't want to be a woman because being a man's easier. And my life's already hard enough, so I don't want to add another
Yeah,
difficulty.
don't add being. Don't add uterus.
So I've thought a lot about it, and
You gonna change your religion?
no,
Oh, okay.
if I had to change one thing, I'd probably change my sexual orientation. Not to be gay. I'd probably be bisexual. Not because I have any interest in men. I'm very much a heterosexual man.
Open your dating pool.
Not even that. Only because I'm pretty sure that the mental change that I'd have to go to then have attraction to men would probably come with some other level of benefit or perk. Just in the way that I view the world. And I think that all the other ones have direct drawbacks. Like changing my religion, changing my race, changing my gender. They have very real cons. And to me as a straight man, being something other than straight has a con, but if I woke up not straight anymore, then the cons wouldn't exist because I'd have a whole different brain. Or not a whole different, but a different, way of being as a person. So
You'll have a different
I be
neurological
rich?
pathway.
What'd you say?
I think that's a cop out
Oh.
because I think your economic level is
Oh, then-
intersectionality too.
oh,
But I
then
feel like
yeah.
being rich is a cop out.
Right.
Well, yeah, it is, but then
Make a tough decision here.
it's either that or the only other thing I could really think of is being white for nepotism.
For nepotism?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you can change your race to something other than white. It's just changing your
yeah.
race.
I'd be Arab.
If you
I'd be but I could be about 3 Jaguars. Would you like a falcon? I have a falcon.
please go.
He had
My whole
little-
thing, the
he had
reason why I
little
wouldn't
falcons.
change my race to something other than white is because why would I decide as an oppressed being to
Be something else. that's
change
oppressed.
something else
Exactly.
that's still oppressed? If I'm gonna stop being black, which is as cool and amazing as it is, then I'm gonna go for an oppression-free life.
You're right.
Exactly
wanna
why
be black. I
nepotism
wanna
is
be
the
white.
first on my table, first on the list. I'm going to my uncle, whoever he is, because my life is completely different. It's definitely not my uncle living in New York right now.
Oh my god.
Shout out to you though.
What would I be? I don't really want to be a woman. Don't want to be gay.
There's other sexual orientations.
Yeah.
There's
You can
could
be
be
asexual.
what's that?
When
Like,
you're
where
not
you're just
attracted to.
nothing, like nothing at all.
That's so
You could
boring.
be pansexual.
What's that?
It's when
You're
it
attracted
doesn't
to
really
everything.
matter
What's
what
the
the
one you're
gender is.
attracted because of their
Sapiosexual.
mindset?
But people be claiming they sapiosexual and don't be sapiosexual.
Nobody
Man,
said
all they
you're
do is
sexual. I
collect
don't
rocks.
You
believe
just
that.
like deep talks about the
I
Astros.
don't believe that people really are
and-
like that.
There's demisexual where you have to have an emotional connection or someone's not attracted to you beforehand, before an emotional connection. There's
Understandable.
Yeah,
But
that makes sense.
I feel like everybody should by
or
default
maybe
be
I'd be
demisexual.
non-binary.
It's not sexuality.
It's a gender,
Gender.
expression.
So nothing. I mean, that's easy.
Yeah, I feel like non-binary is a cop out too.
That's a cop out.
But it has
cop-out
drawbacks
station.
because people would judge me
Question
if you
you?
me. But I guess if I change my
You know what?
sexuality, that would happen too.
I'd be an attractive woman. Because I feel like,
Bro, that's worse than
well,
where you gonna
being
live?
ugly is worse.
What do you mean? Where is
What
he
you mean,
gonna
where you
live?
gonna live?
like where you. I mean, like
Is there only housing for ugly women? What are you talking about?
I meant like in the sense of like you. It's gonna be worse because of like what you're gonna have to deal with as a pretty woman. And I'm saying like where you gonna live, where you can avoid that.
Well, I
Nowhere.
think he plans on
Exactly.
utilizing.
That's
I think he plans on utilizing his
finesse.
pretty privilege.
Yeah.
It's
It's
True.
the finesse.
I mean, yeah, you can.
Women, when they go out,
finesse.
don't have to pay for a thing.
That is true.
Yo, I real deal one day seen a girl they're popping they're going cool, and I was just like, man, y'all having it over there. She was like, I didn't pay a red dime. She didn't say red dime, but she was like, I did not pay nothing for nothing this whole night. I was like, dang, your homegirls had you like that? She was like, no, none of us paid for anything. She's like, we came to the club, some dudes that were popping wanted us in their section. Them dudes ended up leaving, so then it was just our section. And then all
That's
the bottles
exactly
we
what
got were
happened.
just free. The hookah we got was free. The wings we got were free.
This is why Justin LeBoy needs to shut down his page because the game is so messed up. I can't just go to the club and give a free section
He
out.
not even the
Even
worst,
if I
though.
had it, I ain't gonna
There's
do
that
that.
Ain't nothing but a
TikTok
little
dude
bit
who's
straightening.
worse than him.
Who's worse than Justin?
There's this TikTok dude who like everything he said. He looked like a falcon.
Is it the one with like the hazel eyes and like the
That
he
guy?
light skinned with the and his beard is like kind of the same color as his skin?
Low key, yes.
I think
but
I know you.
I,
Is
he married?
I
He
consider
always
him
in his
brown
car?
skin.
Someone that got us
no.
married.
Not that guy.
No, yeah, not the dude in the car.
Okay.
Oh, I know who you talking about. You talking? He got braids?
Yeah,
I definitely don't. Oh my god.
bro.
Who is this?
I don't know his name, but he just annoying.
He
Every
don't
time
even
I see
say
his
things
face,
that like sometimes it really don't even be making sense how much he be on the pick me vibe,
Bro.
Like, it's just like what's something that would make a woman happy, even if it's nonsensical, and then he just makes like
and then he says, "If you're not doing this, then she's probably doing this." Like, bro, shut up. But like, what are you talking about? That didn't even make sense. How you get from point A to
he
7?
says things that's like those posts that used to be like when the conversation's getting shorter with you, they getting longer with somebody else.
Oh,
He says
okay.
that brand of
Okay.
stuff.
Okay, I know what type of time he's on.
Yeah, definitely
no.
him.
But yeah, I'd be an attractive woman.
That's a good choice.
I'd be a Kardashian.
You would not like being a woman though.
I know I wouldn't like being a woman.
If I woke up a
It's too much
Kardashian
stuff
boy,
for you to adapt to.
I wouldn't want to be no Kardashian.
I wouldn't want to. But hey, you gotta
I
make
feel
some
like being a
sacrifices.
woman is a lot.
I'm not
It
being no
is a
soulless
lot.
succubus.
That's so good.
Yeah. Being a woman is difficult. Shout out to the women. This episode is dedicated to the women.
To the women.
Black women.
Big facts.
It's dedicated to black women, as a matter of fact. Thank you. Yeah. I was going to try and leave space for the others now.
No.
And if we have non-black women in our fan base that are offended,
If we be
take that to
honest,
therapy.
the only thing that really separates like all black women is the access they have to skincare products. That's really all that separates them. Because there's a lot of women out there who are just flawless because their skin is nice. And they got the bread to do so.
I ain't going to lie. I've seen people with good skin that's still ugly.
That's true.
I have seen that before.
Features is features. And
I don't understand how.
Just gotta blame your parents.
some people
Jeans,
is
man.
featuring Little Baby, and some people are featuring French Montana.
Okay, so would you guys change any feature if you could? Anything, like whole body.
Yes.
I say
Absolutely.
Do I only get to pick one? Because I kind of got a list on the low.
I say yes, but I feel like if I ever would have been like any
And now,
If I
too,
would've
like,
changed-
not for my whole life, I'd make it effective now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be 5'10".
you be 5'10". Okay,
That's
what would you
it.
do?
That's all I want.
that's
definitely
probably
make myself
I don't feel like
taller.
I'd be the same if I was
lose
taller though.
some of this weight.
Okay.
I
more
would be
than some,
boy. I
but
would
yeah.
be so arrogant. Like I
if
would
you were
just
taller?
know. Yeah, because like one thing I knew, like as an athlete, I was really good for my size. Like
Yeah.
I was above average for my
the fact that
build,
you're-
and I knew for the fact if I was
y'all are both-
5'8", 5'9",
Same.
there is not a person
I'd
in
be
the
Trae Young.
county, state, or country
Maybe not Trae Young, but you
who
know,
could have told me I wasn't
Trae Young
I
out here
wasn't
straightening.
that.
straight knitting.
Doing his job well.
My
right now.
lord, Philly deserve everything.
Doc
taken from
Rivers
them.
is a
Doc
war
Rivers
criminal.
is
Still, I saw that tweet. That tweet was so
Doc Rivers
funny.
is so trash.
That tweet was so funny. But I don't blame
Lord.
Doc for this, bro.
I
I've been
do.
I've been saying the process is
Yo,
not
Ben Simmons is
live.
trash.
Ben Simmons is
And Tobias is a thief.
He's
Tobias, you are a thief.
Yo.
I don't know how your agent got you all
more
that
of a
money.
thief than Ben though? Ben, at least he can go to the free throw line.
True.
Ben Simmons has missed
You
45
know,
free throws in the postseason.
There was no
That's
other
more than like six
Sixer
franchises.
that scored in the second half other than Joel Embiid and Seth Curry.
The game
you
before
serious?
last, Joel
So serious.
lost. He
And Joel
missed
didn't-
all the shots he took in the second half. The game before last,
In
and
the
Yeah,
second half.
and Joel, the last time he scored in the game was with like 9 or 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So, because I didn't
I've
see
been
the game.
saying though,
I
Lou
saw
should
the
be
stat,
playing
and
more.
then I was
Like
just
he was only getting like 10 minutes.
Will?
Yeah, I'm like, why is he not averaging 20 minutes a
I
game?
think that was because of just how he came from LA.
yeah,
And I don't think they really saw him fitting into what they were trying
And
to
he
do.
was
not?
about to.
That
He
man
was
gets
about to
buckets.
retire. Like he was about to definitely retire,
We supposed
leaving
to
the
be
Clippers,
into
and they
this.
was just like, "Yo,
Yeah, we were.
come back home real quick." You know what I'm saying? You see what we doing? You know we could use you. And he was like, "You right? I'll come through." And he, you know what I'm saying? He really just chilling. I
Cam
feel
Reddish
like.
about to be back too.
Who?
Cam Reddish.
Oh yeah, I thought he was back last game, but
Kawhi's out for Game 6.
and CP3's out indefinitely.
Let's see what pandemic.
CP3's not gonna.
Is
be
it
back
because he
unless
went in the
they go to
stands and
finals.
hugged his mom?
Who's CP3?
Yeah.
You said
I
you
don't
said
think
what?
it's that.
Unless they make it to the finals.
Unless the Suns make it to the finals, he's not gonna just physically time wise, he can't be back yet.
But why?
Because he's out because of COVID protocols.
like what did he do?
At some point, he either broke protocols or was exposed, even if he doesn't have it. So he has to be out like a certain amount of time that the league
That's dumb.
denotes in the rules. And with that amount of time, like it's basically unless they make the finals, it's clipped. Or like maybe like if the next series goes to 6 or 7, then maybe he could be in for Game 6
So
or
they
7.
have
But
the
like,
East Conference and the West Conference. Right
Yeah,
now.
and
They
then
have 2 more.
well, no. Right now the semis are still happening.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
3 series in the semifinals are still happening.
There's only one team that has solidified their spot in the conference
Phoenix
finals,
Suns.
and that's the
Phoenix
Suns.
By
So,
sweeping the Denver Nuggets.
The Clippers and the Jazz have 2 more games.
Well,
Yeah.
the Clippers are up 3-2, so
So
it
yeah,
depends.
to be
depends.
determined.
Yeah. They have
Potentially,
1 or 2
yeah,
more games.
1 or 2 more
And
games.
Philly,
Same thing.
All series are in the same place. They're all 3-2.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Hawks are up 3-2 on Philly. Nets are up 3-2 on the Bucks. They can end that series tonight. 'Cause
You
they
know
play
who I
tonight.
am.
As a matter of fact,
I'm Kevin Durant.
Yeah, they're probably playing.
You know
right
who I
now.
am.
KD a bad man, and if KD takes this team to the finals, I think at all right now, he's best player on the planet because Kyrie
He's
and
been
James
the
Harden.
best player on the planet. If we're gonna
I'm not
keep
going to take it
above.
from Bron like that.
I am.
me neither.
But
Braun couldn't get us out the first round. KD,
Bro, Braun
it's you.
was-
I'm sorry, but
mentally
without
checked out.
LeBron James and
It's
Anthony
you.
Davis, the Lakers roster is lottery pick. I don't know what y'all be believing.
Even
of
with
these people.
Anthony Davis, it's lottery pick.
Yeah.
What is Anthony? What is your close this
Yeah.
out? Because I will go on a rant. What is your occupation? What is it?
Hey Kyle,
But
you still
injuries
got
this year
to
is-
answer a
No,
fade.
Kyle Kuzma
You
is
gotta
a
answer
thief.
somebody
You want to talk
fade,
about a
big
thief?
dog.
Oh God, he gonna be playing in China next year. With that being said,
I can't wait. I hope we ship the whole team.
There's somebody in
for
Crenshaw
Damian.
Mafia that still
Damian?
needs your fade, homie.
Damian.
I want the
LA.
Celtics to make a move on a few people
I want Luke
because
wait, I
Kemba
forgot.
is
What's
probably
his name
getting
just left.
moved,
Yeah, he's good riddance.
and I think
Bro, I
we can
wanted
package
Kemba
Kemba and some other things.
so
to
long
I'm
really
gonna
ago.
say something
somebody.
after the cameras go off that I think.
So with
that I
that
think
being
is
said,
funny.
you already know who it is and what it is. We didn't intro, but we outro. Why? Because being backwards is in his Gemini season.
Y'all know
With that
who we
being
are.
said,
Y'all know who we are.
it's the YSO podcast. You speak out podcast
dumb?
by the youth, for the youth, being the voice of the youth by giving the voice to the youth. You already know my name, but in case you don't, let me tell you, I am Emmanuel Lyons, also known as Saint Even, but you can just call me God's favorite. You can follow me on Instagram at the villain. Is it .5390? I just changed it.
Yeah,
I was
it
gonna
is.
say, when
You
did you
asking
change
us?
it?
I changed it recently. I changed it on my
The
birthday.
Villain.
The villain .5390. That's the numbers, so 5390. And on Twitter at RIP Lions, you can stream my music wherever you stream music at. Just look up Saint Even. Support the movement. Get in tune, because if you don't, you're gonna get moved.
He is. I am he, and what's the saying?
Huh?
Never
he-
mind.
he
My
or
name
she?
is Will
We got that?
Bettelheim.
No, I get it.
From you, Will. Season 2, Will Bettelheim.
That was his name.
Yeah. Remember Joe took that guy's identity
That's what it's.
when he moved to
I
LA.
haven't seen that in a whole year and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's when it was on.
You didn't give him your.
Yeah, your socials.
Oh, if you don't know by now, then. What is my socials? You can find me on Instagram at
287.
at underscore CB03, and then on Twitter at Coach _Buck03. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ashton Gates with 2 S's at the end.
You can hit me up on Instagram at _escaped in my shoe or at theprod.tve. Prod by CK, my bad. That's my
Did you
producer
say
page.
TDE?
TVE.
TVE.
And you already know where you can get in tune with the podcast on Instagram at YSO Podcast, on Twitter at YSO_podcast. Subscribe to the podcast YouTube channel is Youth Speak Out Podcast on
Like,
YouTube.
comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're in tune with every time that we drop. And share as well. Get people involved. Let people know what it is and what it ain't. And with that being said, we gone.
Bye.